It's time for the running backs. The NFL Combine, we're live, our reaction show. Me looking at everything, live on screen, reacting to it, telling you what I think, really, frankly, as we watch a lot of our sleepers and big dogs go out there on the field and perform 40 times, drills. The running backs begin right now. The fantasy football show begins right now. File on in.
Live from the fantasyfootballshow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Smitty. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show, and we are here to watch the RBs, or watch me watch the RBs. You watch the RBs, and we react together and talk about this combine, this NFL combine. The RBs are going to get out there and do the 40 times. We'll be breaking it down live like we did the QBs, the tight ends, and the wide receivers. This is exciting stuff. This is what it's all about. This is what we live for. This is one of the best days of the year in terms of fantasy football. So we'll be breaking it all down and more. Excited to have you all here. Make sure you guys get on over to Underdog Fantasy using promo code Smitty. That link is in the description of the video. I'll drop the live link in the chat right now. That way you guys can get on over and get prepared for the underdog drafts that we do at midnight pretty much every other night on the channel. We're doing the sophomore rookie drafts, so we're talking combine, right? So the rookie and sophomore only best ball drafts for the 2023 season. They're so fun. They're so fun, and breaking down these rookies is going to help you draft in those best ball drafts. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Go get some. Go get some. Appreciate you all being here. I'm excited. This is my top 6 running back board right here. Bijan Robinson's my number 1 running back, clear as day. Jahmyr Gibbs is my number 2. Zach Charbonnet is my clear number 3, and I should go so far as to say that if he falls in the right spot and what I think he's about to do at the combine, it's going to vault him so much that landing spot's going to become a good landing spot's going to become more and more likely every inch we get toward the NFL draft. So Zach Charbonnet being my number 2 running back wouldn't shock me in the slightest. I love all 3 of these guys. In fact, you guys know how much I love them because all 3 of them are inside my top 10 RBs for the 2023 season. Really dynasty, but I think all 3 crack at least the top 12, but are capable of being top 10 RBs as rookies in 2023.
The moonmen dropping loads in outer space.
They have constituted a big part of the moonmen all year long from the beginning of the offseason.
Space monsters.
Bijan, Gibbs, and Charbonnet, staples of this moonmen list. And on top of that, we've got the marsmen.
He's on a shuttle to Mars. Marsmen.
Marsmen are the absolute top of the top. The top 7 players in my mind in terms of value.
And spinning aimlessly in space.
My top 7 players in terms of value. Guess who's on it? Bijan. Oh, guess who's on it? Gibbs. Oh, guess who's on it? Charbonnet. All 3 of these guys are moonmen, and they're also marsmen for a reason. So buckle up, get ready, enjoy the show. This is going to be a fantastic combine. This is what we've been waiting for. The wide receiver part was fantastic, right? But this is what we're here for. This is the RB class. Above all RB classes, probably the best RB class in the last 10 years. I honestly feel that is the case. And I love Walker. I love Hall. That's arguably right there. But this particular class is the class people have been trading for picks for 3 or 4 years. I want to be a part of the 2023 running back draft class. You've heard it for years now. This is why. But some people don't know what time it is because they don't know which RBs are the electric RBs. Everybody kind of knows Bijan and Gibbs are the number 1 and 2. I don't think these 2 are flying in under the radar in terms of like they're the number 1 and number 2 RB in the draft class. TJ is first in the building today. Appreciate you, TJ. Thanks a lot for being here, pal. First in the building today. Sloth was second, followed by Austin, followed by Ron Navy, followed by Too Quick Basketball. Where you been, bro? Where you been, Too Quick? You haven't called in. You haven't been around. I don't know if school's been taking up your time. Stay in school, Too Quick. We got Lunchbox in the house. Roger in the house. The imposter Smitty's in the house. Philip. We got Drew, we got Jarrett, we got Derek Lincoln, we've got Austin. Appreciate you all. Ben is in the house. Appreciate every single one of you filing on into the show. Let's go. Hit that thumb up button. It is time to rock and roll. The phone lines will be open here shortly. I just want to get through this rant here before we open the phone lines up. And then I'm sure Too Quick Basketball is going to be one of the first people to call, because when he's here, he calls. When he's not here, he vanishes. So I don't know where he's been. But Zach Charbonnet in the right spot is a top 5 to 10 running back. You heard me right. I didn't stutter. I wasn't. There's no hesitation in my voice. There's no equivocation here. This is Zach Charbonnet season. Get Charbonnet.
Get Charbonnet. Pop open a nice bottle of Charbonnet.
Pop it open. Pop open a nice bottle of Charbonnet. We do it for a reason. We hit that for a reason, because we love the man. Okay? Jahmyr Gibbs, we need a get Gibby with it type of intro or something. I don't know why we don't have that yet, but Jahmyr Gibbs in the right spot. Alvin Kamara 2.0. When Alvin Kamara was a monster, right? Not the current Alvin Kamara. This guy, Jahmyr Gibbs, is the Alvin Kamara 2.0. And I have the ability to say that because your boy called Alvin Kamara as a top 1 to 5 running back his rookie year when he was in a clouded backfield and everybody said he was too small and he wouldn't translate. So I have the right to talk about the next Jahmyr Gibbs, and this is the next Jahmyr Gibbs. Zach Charbonnet is a combination between Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley. He runs like both of them. He runs like both of them. He breaks tackles like Derrick Henry, and he runs like Saquon Barkley and Nick Chubb. And I don't want to hear those too tall of an order. No, it's not. This guy's an absolute monster. And any doubter out there is going to eat their words and wish they never put. He's not the guy on paper or in a comment somewhere leaving a receipt, because Charbonnet is going to Charbonnet.
Get Charbonnet. Pop open a nice bottle of Charbonnet.
Pop open a warm or cold or chilled bottle of bubbly. Zach Charbonnet's doing it live, and he's going to make people take laps for a living. Okay, so we got the top 3. The top 2, everybody likes these guys, but we like them more. You say he's number 2, I'll rank him 1. No one's going to one-up me on Bijan Robinson. And I got a little surprise for you. You know how your boy Smitty ranks number 1 in the entire fantasy football industry from last year, the year before, and the year before that? Those 3 years in a row. Last year, 2022, 2021, 2020 in quarterback rankings. Number 1 in the entire industry according to Fantasy Pros in quarterback rankings over the last 3 seasons. Your boy Smitty ranked number 1 in tight end rankings in 2021, 2020, and 2019, 3 years in a row. Number 1 in the entire industry in tight end rankings. I have a feeling I'm going to come in first because of my running back rankings in 2023. Because I'm going to drop it like I've been dropping the QB and tight end rankings. And I'm telling you right now, knowing that Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs are the real deal, that's one thing. That is one thing, okay? It's understandable to know they're the real deal, but to have the balls and the cojones to rank them where we're going to be ranking them as rookies in 2023 redraft, people are going to know our names. And honestly, no one even knew what was coming for them last year when Breece Hall was on fire. When we know that Javonte Williams was going to explode as a sophomore, we had so much firepower behind a lot of the show predictions. Your league mates were going to be toast. They had no idea what was about to hit them. And then the Breece Hall injury happened. Then the Javonte Williams injury happened. We got hit left and right. The Jamar Chase injury. We got hit left and right. The slow start for Dameon Pierce. Kenneth Walker slow start. We had a real slow start with a lot of the predictions, but they came on so strong. The Walkers, the Halls, everything ended up saving a lot of people's seasons, but people didn't know what was coming for them. This year, we're gonna nail those picks without the injuries. And they're going to involve a lot of these players that are on this list right here. Number 4. Number 3, no one sees coming to the degree we do. Number 1, no one's going to rank him as high as we do as a rookie or as a dynasty player, because he's number 1 essentially in dynasty rankings. And he's a top 5 running back as a rookie. You heard me right. And arguably could finish as the number 1 RB in fantasy football redraft 2023. You heard me correct. Bijan could be the number 1 overall running back in fantasy football 2023 as a rookie. Chew on it however you want. Zach Charbonnet is where we really distance ourselves from other people. Now, maybe that becomes a very short story. that ends up being a story for the past, because today Charbonnet could go out and drop fire and make everybody and their mother have him ranked where we have him ranked. I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful that he goes out and explodes, but I'm also kind of hopeful that there's a little bit of doubt for people and that he still gets drafted into a great spot and we still capitalize on all the doubt around Charbonnet. Sean Tucker is a phenom in the making if he lands in the right spot. He goes to Cincinnati, he goes to Buffalo, he goes to Philadelphia, he goes to one of these locations that can pound the rock, use this kid's speed. Hopefully he runs a 4.4 or below 40 today. That's going to separate him big time. Sean, the Trucker Tucker, is an absolute monster. I love this kid, and I can't wait for him to take the league by storm. Little bowling ball. And he's built like a tank. He's a little short, but he's built like a tank. He's certainly got the size. I love this kid. Kendre Miller, he's one to watch today. Not a lot of people talking about Kendre Miller. How do I know? Smitty, I've heard people talk about Kendre Miller before. Why is Kendre Miller ranking as literally a 14th or 15th or 16th round player in best ball underdog drafts? Because no one sees him coming. That's why. So when you sit here and say Kendre Miller's on people's radars, he's not. Because he's going around 14, 15, 16 in best ball drafts. Wait till he improves his stock today. Kendre Miller is a monster. And I don't know if some of these guys are end up sitting. If there's injuries, so we'll have to absorb that live. And then our number 6. We got Bigsby and Kenny McIntosh as like a tied for number 6, okay? Because I like Bigsby a lot. I think Bigsby could easily jump into the top 6. He's been in my top 6 kind of on and off all year with McIntosh. They've been rotating. But this is a kid to really monitor in this 2023 NFL Combine running back performances part of the day here. Because Kenny McIntosh is arguably a top 2 or 3 pass catcher from this running back class. I am super excited to see Kenny McIntosh. And looks like we're starting on some of the running back stuff. I'm going to keep this up here on my head so I can kind of hear what's going on. Let me cycle through some of the NFL results for the RBs. No 40 times yet. Verticals, we've got no we got verticals in. We got verticals in so far. Okay. We've got some verticals in so far. Let me snapshot this. Let's see here. Let me post this. Here we go. These are verticals. Tank Bigsby with a 32.5. All right, these are the verts so far. Okay. I don't know if players are still performing. We'll have to take a look at this. I'm taking a look at this live with all of you. Okay, so we got these verts in right here. Chase Brown, 40. That's good. Chase Brown's a real nice prospect. He could almost be like 7 or 8 on this list of players to watch. Spears, like him a lot too, 39. Mitchell, 38. Not bad. Gray, Charbonnet, 37. Love to see him at the top. Again, I don't know how many RBs are still to go. I don't see everybody on here like A-Chain at 33. Bijan Robinson has not jumped yet. Roschon Johnson, 31.5. So we're kind of waiting to see on that one. Let's go to the broad jump. Looks like we got some broad jump scores in. Chase Brown's having a day. Again, not everybody has participated in all these yet, so Chase Brown could certainly fall from the one spot on the vert and on the broad jump. But here are the broad jump numbers for the RBs so far that we have. We got Chase Brown 10.7. We've got Mitchell 10.6. Mitchell and Chase Brown both at the top. Spears 10.5. Bijan 10.4. I'm liking it, Bijan. We've got Zach Charbonnet 10.2. I like seeing Charbonnet high up there. Roschon Johnson 10.2. We've got Tank Bigsby still up there at a 9.11. Tank Bigsby's going to be, I think, a nice little staple in a lot of these categories. Again, we got different groups, so we can't like assume these are going to be even close to final. We got 3 cone drill yet to go. 20 the shuttle, and then the bench press I believe is tomorrow for the RB. So we've got verticals, we got broad jump. I don't know about cone and shuttle when they do those, but we'll keep track on that. 40-yard dash is up next for the RBs. We'll be covering that live. We'll kind of circle back to these scores here once we feel like we've got more results in. But pretty awesome. to see a lot of this happening so far. Our boys, so back to Kenny McIntosh. I love Kenny McIntosh. I think he's got a real chance to be a surprise, like Rashad White type player in this draft class. So be prepared to see me talking him up quite a bit. Phone lines are open. I'll move that down to the corner of the screen. If you'd like to dial in, the phone lines are open. I'm more than happy to discuss whatever you want to discuss here at the live NFL Combine running back experience here on the Fantasy Football Show, doing it live. So dial on in. This is rubbing my ear raw. So I'm going to put this on, see if I can make that feel a little more comfortable. Oh, there we go. All right, so dial on in. Let's go, Ben. Ben, appreciate you being here. Derek Lincoln, appreciate you being here, my guy. Smitty in the house, says Roger. Too quick basketball. The phone lines are open. Appreciate you all. Austin, appreciate you. Sloth, appreciate you. Let's go. File on in. Hey, Smitty, missed you. Thank you, Swavey. Appreciate you being back. Hod, no Sean Tucker. Bro, there's different groups, so he obviously isn't going on anything yet. There's they separate these guys, I think, into two different groups, so we'll have to see who's when these other guys are going to go. We haven't seen Kendra Miller, we haven't seen McIntosh, we haven't seen Sean Tucker yet, so, and Jahmyr Gibbs. So they're not on those lists yet because they haven't done any of those drills yet. So I want to make sure you didn't think those were the final results. Those are just what have come in so far. He's got a Halloween costume on. Who does? Jamal? Bijan 37, yep. Is Bijan number 21? 21. Look at this man. He looks like a specimen. Oh my God. You know, sometimes people make fun of me on this sometimes, but sometimes you can tell by looking at a player how athletic they are, how much potential they have. Just watching them move, just watching them run, watching them cut a little bit, just a little glimpse of their physicality, and you kind of know that this guy's a specimen. You know, you can tell with linemen too. There's just certain players that stand out to you, and you watch their flow and their fluidity, and it's unbelievable how much you can tell by just watching someone like Broderick Jones. I'm telling you right now, for offensive linemen, there's no one in this draft class that compares to Broderick Jones. And if anybody thinks Broderick Jones Jr. isn't going to be an absolute force at the next level, you don't have eyeballs. That's why I love the eye test. That's why I go off so much gut feel. Broderick Jones, you can see it in his fluidity, in his cutting ability, and how compact he is, and how athletic he looks. Broderick Jones Jr. is going to translate. I don't talk a lot about offensive linemen and defense a lot because this is an offensive skill position show for the most part, and even the news we talk about a lot of times is offensive skill position related. But when you look at a player like Sauce Gardner, and I was on Sauce Gardner from the jump and talked up this guy being the most electric defensive player. In fact, on the RSF 49ers show, when we go and we talk about the NFL draft, I say he's the number one overall player in the draft. Sauce Gardner, number one overall player in the draft. The most important top 10 player, the most locked in, loaded, elite top 10 player in the top 10 of the 2022 NFL draft. Sauce Gardner was everything that we talked about, okay? When I say Broderick Jones Jr. should be a top 5, top 6 overall pick, I mean it. This guy's an absolute force. Blake Corum, I don't like Blake Corum, Roger, and he's obviously not in the draft class, bro. He returned to college. But Blake Corum, next year, unless he changes my view and he does some special things and gets quicker and gets faster, Blake Corum won't be in my top 2 or 3 RBs for 2023 or 2024 rookie running back rankings yet. I'm leaving an open door. I'm open-minded. He could certainly improve. I'm not closing the door on the idea that he could impress and turn my thinking around. But Blake Corum is not in this draft class, bro. He returned to college, and I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with him. He's slow. He's nowhere. If he would have entered this draft class, he wouldn't have been in my top 5. He wouldn't have been in my top 5 RBs. And that's what separates this show from other shows because, like I said, it's about what rookie RBs you do like and which ones you go all in on. Because everybody could say, oh, you just swing at RBs, rookie RBs, and you're going to hit. Nah, no. Zach Charbonnet, people have him at 5, at 6, and they're missing the boat on this guy. I'm hoping today is a great day for him. I'm also kind of quietly hoping that, There's some ambiguity because I don't want people to know about him like we know about him, but it is what it is. Smitty, thoughts? Let's see here. There was a wide receiver for the Cardinals, Boston, that was physical specimen back in the early 2000s, ended up being a huge bust. Yeah, but doesn't mean that, like, I think you're misunderstanding my, Bijan. Misunderstanding my take. It doesn't just mean because you're big. I didn't say because you're big. And he looked just like a strong guy. It wasn't like he was a specimen. He wasn't a specimen. A specimen doesn't have to be the biggest guy in the field. DK Metcalf's a specimen, and he's also the biggest guy in the field. Boston was like a big tight end. I don't think, to me, he exuded the type of, like, when you see Bijan, he looks like a specimen. When you see Charbonnet, he looks like a specimen. When you watch Kenneth Walker and Breece Hall, they look like specimens, bro. They look like machines. Smooth, well-oiled machines. David Boston was just a big dude. You know, that's not even close to what I'm trying to say. But I hear what you're saying, Mustard, and definitely not. I liked Boston on the Cardinals, but, I mean, it wasn't like I felt like, oh, you look at this guy, he's going to be an absolute monster. That wasn't the case at all. It was just like, this guy's dominant. He's dominant. Chappie, you in the building. What are your thoughts on Muhammad? I haven't heard too much about the Vikings targeting anybody specific, my guy. But we'll see. They also, you know, they have Ty Chandler, who is a really good RB. They got Ty Chandler. Boston was pretty huge, to be honest, says Jared. He wasn't huge. He was massive. He was too big. The guy was too big to succeed. He was a monster. So there were a couple players that took a tumble on the field today. The field's also been tore up a little bit. It's a little slippier, a little more slippery than normal. So there's a little concern that there's going to be some slippage on the field. So we'll have to see what players can keep their footing. Maybe they move some of the sections around to get more of a fresh field. Who knows? I assume they will. RBs are stretching out right now. They're doing some stretching lunge exercises down the field at about the 20-yard line at this point. And the RBs are getting ready to rumble. They're getting ready to run. I'm going to exit out of this, go back in to make sure my stream is completely as live as possible. Keep in mind as you're watching, and if anybody says anything like, hey, you're delayed 10 seconds, tell them to take a lap. I'm going to leave that on you guys because I have about a 5 to 10 second delay on YouTube. So you can tell people to take a lap if they don't know that. So here we go. We're live. We're about 10, 12 seconds behind each other. I can't wait. Bijan, make us proud, Bijan. Again, we're looking at the verticals. The vertical jumps for the RBs. Chase Brown currently in first place. Let's see here. I can probably pull up my phone here, and we can use that instead of dragging screenshots on. I'll pull up my phone, and we'll use that as the NFL Combine Connect here. All right, here we go. So we're gonna go to the Combine area. Let me drop this on screen here. This will be what we'll use, and this way we can take a look at what time it is with the Combine. All right, so let me pull this up here, and we'll toggle this on and off. We won't have this on the screen the whole time, but once we have some Combine numbers we want to look at, we'll go ahead and pull this up. So if we go to the tracker and we look at the live results on the tracker, we're going to go to the RBs. I'm going to show you what we got so far. Live results, 40 time. RBs, obviously there's no 40s have been run yet. They're stretching out for it right now. But if we go over to the vertical, you'll see Chris Brown is the number one so far tested vertical leaper in the running back class with the 40-inch vertical. 39 for Spears. Both of those are flat. 38 for Mitchell. That is flat. Eric Gray, 37.5. Charbonnet, 37. He's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. But again, we got other groups and more RBs to come. We've got Gibbs and those guys in that group. I don't know if there's 2 running back groups like the wide receivers, and I believe they're going to divide them up into 2 groups. So we'll see the entire gauntlet of things go through, and then they'll repeat it with the second group. It appears that McIntosh and Gibbs are in the second group, but I'm not positive. Oh, no, there's Jahmyr Gibbs right here. He's in the first group. Maybe they're doing one group. I don't know. They might just be doing one group. Gibbs 33.5. Not a great vertical. But he's also not like the biggest guy in the world, and that's not really his skill set. Which, you like to see all these categories maxed out by these players, but they're not all going to be elite at everything. But that is not, a big number for Jahmyr Gibbs. 33.5, but it's also not horrible, but it's not like Bijan 37. That's huge. That's really good for a guy his size. He's big. 37 flat for Charbonnet. Those are all fantastic numbers. Let's go up to so we're going to go to the broad jump. Broad jump. Chase Brown 10.7. Mitchell 10.6. Spears 10.5. Bijan 10.4. Looking good. Charbonnet 10.2. I like to see that. Tank Bigsby. I don't see Jahmyr Gibbs here yet. We'll check back on Gibbs. I don't know if there's just one group of RBs. We'll have to see. I'm not sure yet. Cone drill. None of that has happened. Shuttle has not happened yet. Split. Obviously, we're going to have that soon. So the 40 coming up. We'll leave that here. I'm going to close this off right now. I'm excited. It's not nerves, it's excitement, but this is the class, man. We've been waiting for this class so long. I'm just pumped. I'm just excited. I'm ready to roll. Aaron Jones on the sideline. Let's see if they say anything about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones being interviewed by Stacey Dales on the sideline here. Let's see if Aaron Jones in his Bass Pro Fishing hat has anything to say about Aaron Rodgers. Here she goes. Little Green Bay drop. He's not answering. He's shaking his head. She said, have you heard from number 12? He said, I have not. Aaron Jones not even hearing from his own quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is so coy. And I love him. I'm not ripping on him. He's just coy. All right, who's this? Who's running this ball? Who's running this ball right here? Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, Aaron Jones talking about both of these monsters. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right, I just wanted to hear Aaron Jones, see if he's going to talk anything about Aaron Rodgers. We got 110 people in here. Punch that thumb up button on your way in the door. Appreciate you being here. Subscribe if you're new. We are live. The entire running back portion of this combine, we're doing it live straight on out the entire way, just like we did the 5-hour live stream. This won't be 5 hours because the RBs will go a lot quicker. But we're going live through the entire running back gauntlet of events, and I'm taking you through it. This will probably be a lot shorter. This could be a couple hours, though, for sure. But we're going live through the entire thing. Could be 2 to 3 hours. I don't know. Chase Brown, 6'2", 225. Chase Brown is a sleeper. In fact, let's put Chase Brown on here as a player we're gonna be watching here because he's got a lot of upside. Let's move this down and up and put this down here. And let's go ahead and add Chase Brown to this list because he really is looking like a potential steal. And he's looking good. He's leading a lot of the categories so far. So let's go ahead and put number 7 on here. Chase Brown. All right, here we go. Chase Brown. He's an interesting prospect for sure. And then we'll put this right here so everyone knows he's a player to watch. Chase Brown. Let's go. Let's go, Chase. There we go. Let me lock that back so we don't screw with it. So Sean Tucker, Kendre Miller, Kenny McIntosh, Chase Brown is someone to watch. I got Bigsby and Brown pretty close, but you know what? The way Chase Brown's measuring on all these things is kind of a difference maker. The combine should only be looked at as an assist, supporting evidence for what you're already thinking. But I think when you already like somebody, Chase Brown, Bigsby are right there. The combine's going to push him over the top, into being like a top 7, top 8 guy. I like him. Corey says these guys rank 4 to 7 aren't 3-down backs, are they? 4 to 7. Sean Tucker could be a 3-down back, absolutely. Kendre Miller, probably one of the most NFL ready 3-down backs in this draft class. Kenny McIntosh, he is a reception specialist, so if he isn't a first and second down runner, which he's got good size, he's over 210 pounds. He's definitely a 3-down capable back. Chase Brown doing what he's doing at his size, 200 and what's Chase Brown's what his official weight come in? His official weight came in at 209. Oh God, he came in short. He came in at 5'9.5". Woo! That's short. Who said 6 foot in here? Who said 6 foot in here? Let's see here. Chase Brown. Chase Brown, 6'2", 225. Chase Brown didn't come in at that, bro. I don't know what you're smoking. Hod, appreciate you though, but no, that's incorrect. Incorrect information. You dropped a fib in the chat, bro. You dropped a big fib in the chat. Google told you the wrong size. You did bad research, Prime. You have lost our trust in quick answers and fact checking. You have to regain our respect on that one. That one was bad. That one was real bad. You got to re-earn your trust in here. That was a bad one, bro. That was a blunder. So 5'9.5", 209 pounds for Chase Brown. That is small. But he's still on this list. I still like him. He's still looking good. He's one to watch. He's not in the top, the top 4 or 5, but he's one to watch. Okay, guys in the 8-15 can be 3-down guys. Ben says it says 6'2" online. Yeah, but we're worried about the measurements at the combine today, not Google. Not what Google. Hey, Ziggy, how tall is Chase Brown, running back?
From bestbet.com, Chase Brown, a 5'11", 205-pound running back, was the Big Ten's third leading rusher, 1,005 yards on 170.
Why are we going to listen? Am I going to Ziggy, Prime? Hey, Hod, am I going to Ziggy for the... Ziggy, stop. Am I going to Ziggy for the measurements? No, I'm going to the combine, which just measured these guys, Prime. We're not Googling this, okay? No more Google right now. We're using NFL.com's NFL tracker for these guys. I'm not going to Ziggy. Zach Evans. I'm not a big fan of Zach Evans. Not that he can't earn my respect, climb up my board, go to a great spot. Look at Bijan run. He just, do you know what I'm saying when I say when you watch a player play, you can tell. He has LaDainian Tomlinson flow and fluidity to his game. He's got Saquon Barkley vision and cutback ability and spatial awareness. There's no running back. There's no running back in this draft class that looks as smooth as Bijan. Charbonnet's very close. But Charbonnet's more precise and just bulldozing through people. Bijan runs a lot if I had to say Breece Hall and Charbonnet are a little closer in style, and Walker and Bijan Robinson are closer in style. So Charbonnet and Hall and Bijan and Walker, not that they're very, very similar players overall, but when you watch them play, Bijan is very patient, has a little bit of that Lev Bell kind of assessing what's going on, and then he'll make a decision and knife through a defense. Whereas Charbonnet and Hall are more like These guys have wiggle. They have the capability to wiggle, but they are a little different player in terms of like they are a couple cuts, 1 cut, 2 cuts. They could be a 4 cut and go guy. And then downfield, and it's like, can you catch him? Can you catch him? Can you tackle him? Are they just going to abuse you as you try to pull them down? Bijan and Walker are trying to slip tackles and be a little more elusive. But when you watch Bijan Robinson, I'm telling you, if you haven't watched a bunch of his film, I urge you to do that. First of all, do it after the show, though, because you're going to miss all this. But when you watch him, you're going to say, God, that looks like LT. It looks like LaDainian Tomlinson on the field. It looks like Saquon Barkley and Nick Chubb and LT all combined into one running back. It's very decisive, moves, constantly finding open space, slipping through a lane or a gap in a way that the defense is rolling off him. You know, it's like the guy's slippery. He's so slippery, so precise, good vision, good low center of gravity. Bijan is a force, and he's built ideal. Like, there is no better build, physical specimen, physical build than Bijan Robinson. He's exactly what you want for an RB. Exact size, exact speed, exact everything. And if he runs let's say he runs a 4.5 40, his potential, he could take a little bit of a drop in value in some people's eyes. Some people won't care at all. But if, let's say Bijan did run a 4.5, let's just say he did. I don't think he will. I think he may run a sub 4.4. And then his stock's to the roof. Then he's a top 12 pick. And some might say, oh, that doesn't matter, Smitty. 40 times shouldn't determine it. It doesn't matter if you think it should or shouldn't. It does affect things. And when you're on the fence with a guy like Bijan as a club, and you're like, do we take him at 15? And he goes out, runs a sub 4.3 40. You say to yourself, this guy's got wiggle. This guy's got playmaking ability. You got a bunch of old men sitting around a boardroom table going, this guy's got a lot of ability. We could do stuff with this guy. He can move. He's got a little wiggle to him, you know. And then we're gonna be sitting here going, yeah, we knew that, Bob. We knew that, Bob. We're like Moneyball. Fantasy football industry, specifically this show, we're like Moneyball. They don't know how useful we'd be, and they doubt us. But bring in a fantasy analyst once in a while to your equation. I would love if a fantasy analyst, a good one. And I'm not saying it has to be me or someone that I'm very friendly with in the fantasy industry that I do respect, but somebody needs to bring in an analyst with the hat that we wear when we're looking at production and predicting numbers, because I swear to you, we would help out in the scouting process. I promise you, someday, like how funny Moneyball was when it first happened and how that got injected into the process of MLB scout evaluation. Someday someone's going to look at this and take a fantasy analyst seriously that knows how to foresee production, because that's what it's about. Foreseeing production. Can these numbers get produced by this player? Jacob's dropping a $5 hauler like an absolute monster that he is. Jacob,
To the
to the
moon.
moon, pal. Appreciate your super chat. Appreciate anybody dropping a super chat. Never expected, always super appreciated. Hey, Smitty, I just traded for the 1.1. You have a massive brain on your head, Jacob.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I haven't even finished reading your question, Jacob. You could have gave up the world, but I could tell you have a massive a noggin on top of your shoulders, bro. Hey, Smitty, just traded for the 1.1 in my startup fantasy draft. Would I be crazy to draft Bijan? In your dynasty, I'm going to assume this is a dynasty startup. Yes, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. Smitty approved.
You've just been Smitty approved.
He's my number 1 or number 2 or number 3 overall player. Only if you want to go heavy wide receiver. Only if, let's say, wide receivers are a special, position in your league that gets scooped up. And in your particular format, if it's full PPR, I'm assuming people win because they gobble up all the wide receivers and you're just always hunting for a wide receiver. Now, it's a startup, so I don't know if you know that about this group of people. Who is this? It was Isaiah Pacheco from last year. I would draft Bijan number 1 without a hesitation, but I would also draft Jamar Chase. I would also draft JJ. Fully depends on what your plan of attack is. Fully depends on if it's a 3 wide receiver mandatory starting lineup requirement. fully dependent on if you have a flex play that could be your RB. If it's 2 wide receiver and 2 running back and 1 flex, then Bijan number 1. If it's a 3 wide receiver mandatory with a flex and 2 RBs, it's close and his preference at that point. Shelf life for a wide receiver is much greater, so JJ is going to last you 10 plus years. Bijan is going to be a good 4 to 5, 4 to 6 year window. You know, but that's a long time. Maybe your league doesn't last about 4 years, bro. I'm telling you, about 40% of all leagues that get started crumble within 4 or 5 years. So who cares about 10 years from now, to be honest with you? Because who knows if your league will even be together. Not working out. Oh, here we go. A-Chain. It's going to be a 4-3 something. A-Chain. 4-3-3, 4-3-4, A-Chain. 4-3-4, A-Chain. Four, 3, 4. Four, 3, 4. Okay, that could be the fastest time so far. 4, 3, 4. Bigsby. 4, 5, 6. Bigsby. Not a great time. 4, 5, 6. He stumbled a little bit, I think. Big. 4, 5, 6. All right, these are the actual 40s. I'm going to put them up here. Appreciate that super chat, Jacob, and go get Bijan. Don't let anybody scare you off. Oh, you got to take a wide receiver. Smitty, you got to take a wide. You take a Jamar Chase or JJ, Smitty. You could take Bijan if you want. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Chase Brown, the 6'8 monster, according to Hod. 4-4-3, Brown. Four, 4-3. All right, let's go. Let's go. Who's next? Zach Charbonnet. Let's go, Zachy. Let's go, Zachy boy. Get Charbonnet. Look at that man. Monster. 4, 5, 6. He still looks great. I don't care, bro. This is where you say the 40 time for this specific situation. Again, it's an additive. It's a bonus. It's a confirmation. 4, 5, 6. I bet he runs a 4, 4, 9 on his second one. But he's a big boy. I think what people need to understand is Zach Charbonnet measures in like a monster. He's a big man. Big man trucking down. Big boy. Big boy. Who's this? Evans? Okay, hold on. I gotta... You like how excited I got about Charbonnet's 4, 5, 6. Charbonnet, 6 foot, 215 pounds. Jahmyr Gibbs, here we go. Let's go, Gibby. He's more quick than he is speedy, but maybe he's going to run a 4-3 something. He's 5'9" and 1/8. He's a 200-pound Alabama running back. Let's go, buddy. Full start. Jahmyr, you got to hold it for 3 seconds, pal. I know you're excited. Oh, Sean Payton picked up his phone. He said we're drafting him. They went right to Sean Payton right after the full start. He said, I don't care. Yeah, you releasing Kamara. Are you releasing Kamara? Yeah. This is Sean Payton. Yeah, Jahmyr false started, but hold on, here he goes. I'm going to tell you when to release Kamara. Okay. Hold. Sean Payton's on hold here. Hold. We're releasing Kamara on 4.39 seconds from now. Hold on. 4.39. Let's do a 4.39. Let's drop a 4.39. Sean Payton on hold. Hold. 4-4-0. Cut him. Cut Alvin Kamara. We're drafting Jahmyr Gibbs. 4.4 flat. And he stumbled. He's running a 4.38 at least that next one. Cut Alvin Kamara right now. We got him. We're doing it live. We got our guy. 4-4-0 flat. Okay. That's a pretty good one. Evan Hall. What sounds is he making? What's he doing? Who taught that guy to run? Evan Hall ain't gonna amount to nothing. I can tell by the way he runs. Sound like he was shaking a jug of water while he was running. And then he ran all the way down through the end zone. Why did he run all the way down? Roshan Johnson, 219 pounds, 6 foot, 1.5 or 1.25. 6 foot. 6 foot and a quarter, 219 pound Texas running back. This is Bijan's backup. He's quick. He's good. Don't let the backup role fool you. 4.59. I mean, he's 219. You guys got to understand that. I didn't mean Kamara. I meant Javonte. I was just joking. He's not cutting Javonte. Did I say Kamara? Kenny McIntosh, 4.63. Not a great time. Not a great time. What was his, what was that time for McIntosh? See where my mind is on Sean Payton. I'm just thinking New Orleans. I meant Javonte, sorry. What is McIntosh's time? Somebody give me McIntosh's time. 4.63, thank you. 4.63. McIntosh 4.63, okay. Not a great time. Not a great time at all. These things can hurt you pretty big. Mitchell. 4.38. Woo! He's 170 pounds, so guys, can't get too excited. $4.38 for Mitchell. Mitchell 4.38. If he was bigger, I would like him a lot more. Cam Peoples, I don't know what this guy's gonna run. I don't know much about him. $4.61. I really hope Charbonnet gets under the 4.5 mark. Come for fantasy football. Keep up the hard work. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate you. Prince 441. Not bad. Bijan Robinson. All right, this is Sean Payton. Get on the phone again. Yeah, we wanted Kamara. I mean, why do I keep saying Kamara? We wanted Javante. Now we want Gibbs, but hold on. Hold the phone. Bijan's running. Sean Payton says 4-4-7. Cut Gibbs. Cut Javante. We're bringing in Bijan. Sean Payton out. He's gonna run a much better time that second time around. He kind of did a little trip there. That was a good run. God, he's a specimen. Dude's a specimen. What was that time on Bijan? 4-4-7. All right, Bijan 4-4-7, Charbonnet 4-5-6. Yeah, it looks like we're doing this several times, guys. There's two groups of RBs. Bijan, Charbonnet. What did Gibby run? 4-4-0. That's really good. So I'm gonna highlight my top guys there. You know, obviously my top three guys. So Gibby 4-4-0, Bijan 4-4-7, Charbonnet 4-5-6. I'm doing it live. He'll run that again, and I think Bijan. My prediction is Bijan runs a 4-3-9 or a 4-4-3, like somewhere in between there. Actually, he may not run a 4-3-9. He'll probably run a 4-4 flat or a 4-4-3. Going on a Mickey D's run? I don't know, bro. My eating window closes at 8 o'clock my time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm definitely going to eat again. I already ate. As soon as my eating window opened up, I smashed a breakfast sandwich and eggs and sausage and cheese and rice, like hash type thing. And then I pounded a couple of these. I'm good to go right now, but I'm definitely going to be eating later for sure. Let's see, doing it live. Are we? Bijan says, Hod says he's ripped. Hod, did you Google this, or is this coming straight from either the channel or NFL.com's tracker? Because I don't know if I trust that Bijan's ripped right now coming from your mouth. You're going to have to re-earn our trust, Hod. Will you put the speed next to their names on the screen? Well, they're up there, bro. They're up there. I'm keeping my rankings there. Got many hours for you to eat. Yeah, I got tons of time to eat. Robert, appreciate you, Robert. Robert, you were the highest super chatter of the year, weren't you, Robert? Ron passed you with $150 super chat, but you were at 99, I believe, Robert. So I want to thank you first of all for. I think that's you, Robert, right? Yeah, that's you, Robert. You were the number one super chatter for the year, I believe. That was you, right? That held that. I appreciate you, my man. I don't know why all this old stuff's on screen here. If anybody wants to call in, dial in. And don't forget to visit Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Let me drop that link in here. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. No, that's not you. Okay, I'm sorry. Look at the honesty of this man, Robert. Where's the other Robert then? Avatar in the building. My super chat, Smitty. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. I didn't see it. I was probably getting excited. Ron Navy dropped a super chat, too. Ron Navy, I apologize. Ron Navy says Peyton is not with New Orleans anymore, Smitty. I don't know what I was saying. When I thought I was saying Javonte Williams. I don't know what I was saying. For the bigger backs, we have to look at weight-adjusted speed score 4.5 for 220 120-pound guy is actually decent. Yes, sir. A-Chain runs a 4.32. You're correct, Avatar. Chase Brown. Same times. These guys are matching their time. Usually your second time is slower unless you stumbled or something. Charbonnet, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. 4.54. Okay, we'll take a better time. At his size, it's fine. I'm kind of glad that he didn't like run like a 4.3 and everybody's going to be all over him. To be honest. Give me Charbonnet all day long. Evans, I don't have him up here because I'm not a big Evans guy. Jahmyr Gibbs, let's go, Jahmyr. Get on your horse, Jahmyr. 4.36.
Let's go. Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. Evan Hall, 4.36 for for Jahmyr Gibbs. That's quick, boys. That is quick, boys. Woo! Woo! Why does that guy run all the way through the end zone? 5.36. What am I doing here? 4.36. That's a great time for Gibbs, bro. Roshan. I got to put Roshan on here. Johnson ran a 4.59. He'll run a 4.49 or a 4.52 or something. He'll be quicker. This is Bijan's backup. Don't let the backup label fool you. Oh God. I can run a 4.65. Come on, Roshan. Really? Really? I thought he'd run faster than the 4.59. Kenny, let's go, McIntosh. Come on, bro. This is your time to shine. 4.62. I mean, better, but McIntosh 4.62. Mitchell 4.38. Probably runs a 4.38 again. This guy's a fast guy. And if you guys want to see the leaderboard here, let me throw it up here. Leaderboard so far. A-Chain 4.32. Mitchell 4.38. Mitchell's running right now. Gibbs is a 4.4. These aren't refreshed. Let me refresh these. They haven't updated Jahmyr Gibbs yet. Charbonnet 4.54. I mean, a lot of people aren't excited about that time, but it's still not ranking bad. Roger, percentage-wise, combine versus college stats. What are you talking about, Roger? What's going on, Danger? Gibbs came in small at 5'9", 199. Yeah, a little bit. Mitchell looking quick. Oh, that's quick. 4.38. Ah, called it. Run it again. He ran it again. This guy's a little bit built like a, I don't know. He's not built like a running back. Kind of built like a wide receiver. Cam Peoples, built a little bit like a wideout or a tight end even. Yeah, he doesn't look like a RB. 4.62. Bo must have been running downhill or something. I would love to see Bo's side by side with like A-Chain on this one. You know, if they would show that. Hopefully they do. Prince 4.41. He'll probably run a 4.41 again. 4.4. I predict 4.42. What's he doing with his head? 4.46. You can't run like this with your head. Yeah, Bo is amazing. Bo didn't run a 3.1, Mitch. It was like a 4.19, right? Bo Jackson. Bijan! Bijan! Go Bijan! Go Bijan! 4.48? Okay. Yeah, these are unofficial. Bo Jackson's 40 time is 4.13. This is a big boy here, Thomas. He's not going to be... looks like a fullback or a tight end. All right, I'm gonna take these off right now. Let's conversate. Dial in. Let's get a couple phone calls. Jameer Gibbs 4.36. Fantastic time for Jameer Gibbs. These are your times right now. 4.32 for A-Chain. Jameer Gibbs 4.36. We got Mitchell to 4.38. Bijan 4.47 was phenomenal. That's a great time for him. And then Charbonnet is not bad at 4.54. Honestly. Sean Tucker is probably in the second group, I imagine. And there's going to be another couple exciting running backs in the next group. So, Bijan not that impressed. That's kind of my point. What do you mean, Roger? What do you mean, bro? Roger, oh, I forgot Roger's the one that doesn't like Bijan. So, Bijan's running here with Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey. They're all right there neck and neck. Christian McCaffrey ran a 4.48, Bijan 4.47, and Saquon 4.4 flat. But Roger, how you not impressed with Bijan? He's the specimen. He's a specimen. Roger, he's the best running back to come out of college in the last 10 years. He's the next Barkley. He's the best since Barkley. He's the best since Barkley, bro. Gibbs a bust? I don't think so, Sloth, but you never know. Charbonnet could climb into the number 2 running back spot for me just based on landing spot. Easy. But I love Gibbs. 5'9", 29. Actually good. He is short, says Dub. I don't know if I'm glad he came in at 5'9", but he's still a monster. He needs to put on some LBs for sure. He's 199, but he's not. Him and Kamara are about the exact same height. Kamara's 5'10. They're almost the exact same height, and he'll put on a 200. He'll get to 210, 213 at the NFL level, just putting on mass, working with NFL trainers. So Gibbs will get bigger. Gibbs will be fine, but I love Charbonnet so much. It wouldn't shock me if he climbed to my number 2. Bijan has vision, cuts, hits the hole, etc. Bijan kind of smaller than what I thought he was going to be. Maybe slimmed down for his 40, says Sandu. Yeah, I bet he plays at 220. You know, this 40 time's so important for people. It puts such a dumb emphasis on it. Like Charbonnet's 4.54 versus Bijan's 4.47. It's a big deal. So Bijan probably shed the pounds a little bit to get that 40 time down. I agree with you. A-Chain is 188. Hopefully he can get to 200. A-Chain is just a little small. But, I mean, you could say that about Gibbs, too. But Gibbs is a different player. You know, if I like Gibbs is that wide receiver / running back hybrid versus a running back that can catch the ball. I think he's a 900 and 900 guy. Gibbs can be. Bijan probably squats a lot. Bijan cuts like LaShawn McCoy makes people look silly, says Philly. Bijan did great, says Sandu. I think Bijan had a phenomenal run. 4.47. Look, there were a lot of people that said he was going to run a 4.5. 4.5, 4.55. He ran a 4.47. That's an elite time for a guy his size with his ability. That's an elite time. You don't ever need someone to run a 4.3. Most people that run a 4.3 are not built to be workhorse running backs. That's traditionally the way it is. Look at everybody up above. You have people questioning Jahmyr Gibbs being a workhorse back. And honestly, he's not a workhorse back in the sense he's going to get all the carries up the gut. So Mitchell, Gibbs, A-Chain, those guys in the 4.3s, they're probably not 20 carry running backs. They're not 18 carry running backs. Gibbs is a 14 carry running back with 5, 6, 7 reception games, 4 to 6 reception games. That's what you get out of Gibbs if you utilize him right. Now, if a coach drafts Gibbs and doesn't give him half his work in the receiving game, then they're going to misuse him and he's going to fail. But you don't want your RB running a 4.38 like at the cost of being the size you need him to be a bulldozing running back. To run a 4.47, Bijan's quick. Tristan, try calling it again. I don't know why the phone line rejected you there, pal, but go ahead and dial in again. All right, we got Bijan warming up. He's getting ready. Looking good. Jahmyr Gibbs. Is Jahmyr Gibbs number 9? Let's go. Let's see. Let's go to these verticals. Chase Brown again impressing across the board today on the measurables, but his 40 time was. Yeah, they're running through some Jahmyr Gibbs film right now. Just watching this kid. He's so good. He's such an Alvin Kamara 2.0. Yeah, Jamal Charles is a good comparable, Mitch, in terms of size. And Gibbs, number 9. Okay. We know what number he's in college, but we're asking about on the field right now today. Number 9, Gibbs. Bijan's 21. So we got to watch out for Bijan. He's number 21 today. Gibbs is number 9, we believe. Looks good, man. Yeah. He does look a lot like Jamal Charles stature-wise. Got a faster 40 time than Jamal Charles, a higher vertical, the exact same weight minus a pound. And Jahmyr's a tiny bit shorter, like a little bit, like an inch or so shorter. Gibbs number 9, that's correct. I can confirm it. He is number 9. Let's prop it up. What number is Charbonnet? Is he number 6? Can I get a Charbonnet number, please? We got Gibbs number 9. Spears is 23. I believe Charbonnet was 6. I'm not positive. Tank Bigsby. Here goes Brown. Zach Charbonnet. Number 5. Charbonnet's 5. Okay, yeah. Thank you for confirming. Prime, you're getting my trust back. Prime dropped that first. Number 5. Why isn't Chase Brown talked up more? Look at Gibbs. That was nice by Gibbs. Smooth. Because Brown's not a very high prospect, but this combine will put him on the map a little more. But I don't know if he's going to be a full-time workhorse back at the next level. He's small. Prime teased us with some measurables earlier. Said he was 6 foot 220, and we're like, what? What? Did he come in that big? Did he get bigger? But no, he's like 5'9". Prime got us good. He didn't mean to. What was that? Who was that? Number 16. He barely even moved. All right, Mitchell. Let's see Mitchell. I like Mitchell a lot. Mitchell looks pretty good. Peoples, this is the guy that reminds me of a wide receiver or a tight end, not a running back. I don't see him putting pads on. And Prince is okay. Bijan. Let's run it back, Bijan. Oof. Oh, that was his first carry. Spears. I like Spears. You know what? We're gonna replace let's put Spears here. I'm changing Brown out. I like Brown, but why didn't Deuce Vaughn run his 40? Let's watch Dameon Pierce go through this drill. Dameon Pierce in the drill. Looking smooth in his drill. That translated very nicely. Look at the same play. They're running the same play, Dameon Pierce, that they're all training on right now. Dameon to the end zone. Dameon listened when Dameon Pierce went to the combine. They showed him this drill. They said, Dameon, do this at the next level. He said, okay, I'll do it. Houston Texans are going to potentially surprise some people. Who's that? Yeah, Bijan looks smooth. Bijan looks fluid. He looks smooth. Hi, I just subscribed to the channel, Smitty. This is Anthony. Anthony, appreciate you. Anthony, a new subscriber to the moon.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, Anthony. You're the man, pal. Tank Bigsby. Tank looks pretty good. I like Tank. Zach Charbonnet. I think one of these running backs are going to run into these coaches. I can kind of feel it. No 40 time for Spears, but he's fast. Gibbs, love Gibbs. One of these coaches just get knocked over. I'm telling you. No 40 time for Spears. I think you're wrong. Hod, what did Hod say? Smitty, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I'm wondering the two guys I'm looking for. Corner safety. I'm not sure on the corners, bro. I'll pull up the corners while we're watching this, and you can look at the The 40 times here. This is the 40 time for the corners. McIntosh. Keaton Mitchell. Here are the 40 times. I'm going to scroll for you so you can take a look. I'm in the middle of these RB stuff, but at least you can look for yourself. Cam Peoples looking like like I said, a wide receiver. And I'll scroll this for you there, buddy boy. There are your 40 times for the CBs, pal. And then there's your safeties. Spears. We might be rotating this. There's all the safeties. We might be rotating this. I'm kind of feeling like Bigsby. I like Spears, but let's put Tank at number. Put Tank here. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Not much. My rankings won't change much by the combine. We could put Chase back at 7. I don't know. We'll see. They're going to show Pacheco running the Deuce Staley drill. Pacheco looked good, man. This is hyping me up for Pacheco. Pacheco's footwork is on point. He's quick. This combine's hyping me up for Isaiah Pacheco. That's all they're doing. They're just hyping up the Pacheco train. Pacheco might be a satellite man by the end of the day.
Satellite men. Space cadets in training.
The Hall call. Someone's getting knocked down, I'm telling you. Thoughts on Lamar Jackson non-exclusive tag? We'll be talking about that tonight, pal. We'll be talking about that tonight. Oh, did I not show the... Did I show you the safety? Or was this on screen when I was showing you? So here are the safety times. You might want to pause it if you want to see your guys. These are the safety times. And then here are the cornerback times if you were wanting to see the cornerback times. Cornerback times. Again, just pause it and rewind. Charbonnet looking like quick feet there. I'm liking what I saw about Charbonnet on that drill. Those are the cornerbacks. Gibbs, Deuce Staley drill. Nice feet, nice feet. Gray. Oh, Gray. Oh, Gray. No, Gray, you just lost your... No. Hall dropping the ball there. Or not literally, but... Why does this guy run to the end zone? He goes to the end zone every time. I think he's trying to make people remember him, is what he's doing. Roshan looking quick. McIntosh. Good feet. Good feet. Good feet. Mitchell. These guys are tripping all over. Come on! Come on, Cam Peoples. What are you doing, bro? Didn't even run. They're like, run, bro. This is your big day. This is your time to shine. What are you doing not running it out? At least that guy Hull's running all the way to the end zone. I kind of like it, but it's weird. Bijan, look at those feet. Look at those feet. Look at Bijan. Bijan's going for the end zone. Spears, quick feet. I like it. Smooth, not hitting the bags at all. You got all these guys tripping all over the place. Bijan's quick feet look quick. Deuce Vaughn looked pretty good. He's really small. I'm having a good time too. They said this is fun on TV. I'm having a good time myself. Cam Peoples looks like a tight end. Somebody said it. Yeah, he does. He looks like a tight end. Looks like a tight end or like a wide receiver. I think Breece Hall. Why am I mixing up everyone's names today? I'm talking about Kamara because of Sean Payton. I'm talking about Kamara instead of Javonte. I'm talking about Breece Hall instead of Bijan. I think Bijan won the combine so far. Got a 4.47 for a big boy like him. Had the quickest feet in these drills so far. Showed smooth acceleration, ability to navigate the gap that they created with the bags, the dummy bags. Didn't run over a coach. Showed hard work and good energy running all the way through the play. Didn't take it off like that Peoples guy did, where he stopped running. They're like, "What are you doing, bro? Run!" Is Bijan's left leg bigger? I'll take a look. I don't think so. Get breached.
Get breached.
We need to get gibbied. Get gibby with it. Let's see here. Anthony says, HN running as fast as he did on the 40 doesn't surprise me. The guy ran track. He's a quick guy for sure. He's a quick boy. Doing good at Smitty, working hard for us. Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate you. Pacheco is good. Satellite man for sure. Yeah, maybe we need to put him on Satellite man. Let's go. Let me find. I mean, it's long overdue. Isaiah Pacheco. Kind of ashamed of myself we haven't done this yet.
Satellite men. Space cadets in training.
Pacheco. Doing it live. Richardson's on there temporarily just because we were excited about yesterday, but I don't really know if we're going to keep him on a Satellite Men list or not. I'm not sure. I like him. He's got upside for sure. And then Young's going to probably stay on it because I'm a big Young fan. And that's going to probably remain. Pacheco, I imagine Pacheco is going to stay on this list if he doesn't get vaulted to the Moonman list, that is. So let's hit that one more time. Have you seen the Satellite Man lately?
Satellite men. Space cadets in training.
That's what I'm talking about. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty, link in description. I'm going to pin the link in the live chat right now so you guys can sign up for Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Don't forget, we're going to be doing drafts all off-season long at midnight, pretty much every other night. So if you're not a part of that, if you don't sign up early, how are you going to get into the draft? So click that link and sign up. I pinned it in the live chat. All right, so these RBs are going to do some more drills, and we're going to have some more 40 times from, I guess, the second group. I'm hoping Sean Tucker's in that group. Richardson is a monster. Smitty, would you trade CMC and Pacheco for Garrett Wilson in Dynasty? Smitty, would you trade CMC and Pacheco for Garrett Wilson in Dynasty? so many things need to be considered in that offer, bro. I mean, are you winning for the now? I mean, CMC and Pacheco's a lot of value, bro. It's a lot of value. There's some future value. I mean, what if CMC plays a year and a half more or 2 years at a high level? Probably I'd give it 1 year at a time, to be honest. But he's going to be a monster next year for as long as he can stay healthy. And now Shanahan still worries me. Pacheco is a risk, but high upside. He's a risk because we keep seeing them rotate running backs. They rotated 3 running backs last year. Zach Charbonnet. Smooth. He's so tough. He's so tough. I know I'm biasly looking for it, but, like, good God. He catches the football. He's just a force. And the thing is, if anybody tried to tackle him, they wouldn't be able to. Like, every guy on that field could try and tackle him right now. Charbonnet would go straight to the end zone. I'm just letting you know. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. Gibbs pulled in a nice pass. Evan Hall, who's going to go to the end zone. I'm getting a little annoyed by it, to be honest. It's a little weird. It's a little weird, bro. It's a little weird, bro. It's a little weird. Roshan. Bigsby looks decent. Yeah, I like Bigsby. Mitchell. Who's going to drop the first ball? TM42, what's up? I mean, this whole guy's going to get remembered because of it. I'm sure somebody told him that. Take it to the end zone. They'll remember you. You'll make a statement. But, like, at this point, it's, like, annoying. It's like that kid in class when you were in, like, 4th or 5th grade. Just completely annoying. Like, constantly. Bijan. Smooth. Spears. Nobody dropped the ball, right? Marty wants to know, is Charbonnet really that good, Smitty? No, Marty, I'm just making it up, talking about him.
Get Charbonnet.
All these things I've spent hours, countless hours making on Charbonnet, completely fabricated, just blowing smoke at everyone's rear end, Marty. Just don't believe it whatsoever. Don't talk about him every second of every day, every waking minute. I haven't been enamored by him the entire time you've watched me watch him run these drills. Complete fabrication. Jerry Rice supposedly ran to the end zone every practice. Bijan, silky smooth on the catch. Nobody yet dropped the ball, says Logan. Vaughn looked like Pollard. I do like Vaughn, but he's a little small. If I felt like he'd be used like Gibbs, then I would like him a little more. Charbonnet is fake news, says D-Town. I think he's kidding. He's talking about my my fake assessment. Bijan, Marty, I'm sorry to make an example of you today, because Marty, you know you're my boy. Brofist in advance, but Bijan over Charbonnet. My rankings are right in front of you, Marty. They're right in front of you, Marty. Smitty's top 7 running backs, Marty. It's right in front of your face. I don't know what to tell you, Marty. I appreciate you, though. Charbonnet slips and still looks smooth, Marty. He looks fantastic. The field's been tore up from all the combine that's already happened. I know you're kidding, D-Town. Gibbs got to a decent size for him. Thought he was 190. Yeah, 199's good. Could have affected his 40 time, too, and he ran a great 40 time. Gibby, 4.36. You know? Oh, Hall, stop. Bro, you're going to pull something. You're not even You're not even running to the end zone fast. You're running like a slug. This guy Hall's irritating me. Running to the end zone every time. Jerry Rice ran to the end zone? Sure. You're not Jerry Rice. Number 2, you're not even going to be starting in the NFL. Like it's like you're making a big stink about yourself being at the combine, and you're not going to be drafted to start. Like if maybe one of the top guys was doing this to make a statement, that'd be one thing. But what's Hall doing? He's wasting everybody's time. Running to the end zone. Heavy CMC dropping a massive $20 super chat on screen. Heavy to the moon, pal. I got headphones on, otherwise I give you a standing ovation. We'll give you a mashed potato, pal. Appreciate you. Bijan, here goes Bijan. Bijan slipped too. They're slipping these heavier running backs like Bijan and Charbonnet. These 210-pound plus running backs are slipping on this corner because they've tore up the field. And they're both still catching it. Bijan slips, catches the ball, looks smooth. Charbonnet slips, catches the ball, looks smooth. Anybody 200 pounds is slipping coming around this corner because, I don't know, they must have had the sodfather out there from the Super Bowl to clean this field up beforehand. That's what it feels like to me. Deuce Vaughn is looking good. Deuce Vaughn. I'm impressed with Deuce Vaughn. He's looking smooth. All right, let's look at this $20 super chat by Heavy CMC. What's good, somebody? In regards to the same Superflex Dynasty League we have been discussing, would you trade Daniel Jones for Christian Watson and Kendre Miller? Or should I seek more? Dimes may improve more next season. Remind me, and I'll look for your comment here, Heavy, but remind me who your QBs would be if you trade away Dimes. On its face, I like the two players, Watson and Kendre, better, but it does matter who you're going to have at quarterback. I love Hall going to the end zone solely for the purpose of wanting to score. Will he? I doubt, but I like his mindset of scoring. Yeah, I mean, I understand it, bro. At first, I thought it was cool, but when you're literally like 80 yards from the end zone and the coach is like, go left. They want you to be in order. They're trying to keep things organized. Another guy's got to go up to the line and run his drill, and you got this guy still on the field dancing around and celebrating his run by going to the end zone. They need to keep things moving. So, like, Hall's now an irritant. Hall's now in the way. His running to the end zone is now a bother. He's bothering people. Robinson kept his feet in a straight line. That matters, says Dino. These guys have better hands than the receivers yesterday. Absolutely. Hod, you're gaining back some of the respect that you had before you dropped that blunder today. I agree with you 100% on that. Tyler says, Charbonnet, I was hoping for a better time. Tucker can pass him. I'm glad Charbonnet's not, in some respects, blowing people away. Honestly. I think anybody that watches film, coaches, scouts, they know. That Arby's garlic ribeye looks fantastic. That garlic ribeye looks fantastic from Arby's. Good Lord. Edger and James ran a 4.38. I believe so. Sounds right. I thought he was 25 for some reason. Who? These guys have better hands. I agree. Are they at the Cardinal Stadium? They called the Sodfather in. Apparently, they said, hey, we need you, Sodfather. Come down and fix this field right before the combine. People have been slipping all over, gliding around, sliding like a slip and slide. Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones, Hendon Hooker, 12-team start 10, premium, tight end premium, full PPR. That's a tough one, bro. I mean, Daniel Jones, to me, I don't even know if I think with Dable there, he can be a top 12-ish quarterback. And it's a big, I guess, I mean, if you're talking about Pacheco being your super flex now over Daniel Jones, and you get to get Christian Watson, I'd probably do it. I'd probably sacrifice Danny Dimes in a super flex, even though I know some people like him. He does run the ball. There's some good value there. I'd probably rather have Pacheco and Christian Watson roll with Pacheco as the flex, but it's really, really tough. It's really close. Arby's has a ribeye. I mean, it's ribeye slices, but yeah, I'm sure it's not. It doesn't look like pink and you know, like it's fresh off the cut. It probably is like, you know, looks just like the roast beef. I imagine when I get there. If I go there and I expect the picture, I'm going to be disappointed, I'm sure. But it looked like a ribeye. It looked like ribeye meat that they had just sliced from a ribeye cut. It looked phenomenal, and it'd be, given my eating window is still open for 4 hours, I might go do it live. Thank you, Heavy CMC. If you texted me, I'll get to that. I'm sorry if I haven't yet. It's been so busy with the combine. Kyler over wants. I don't know what that means. Roger. Arby's had a French dip that was fire, says Danger. Maybe you mean Wentz. Roger. Arby's to the moon. Is Arby's on the rise? What's going on? This Arby's garlic sandwich. Garlic roast beef with onions, I think, on top. I think it had like a onion ring or something on it. Looked fantastic, man. I might have to go get that. Big Montana equals goat. Why is Tucker not running? Because I believe he's in this next group, my guy. A-Chain catching a nice little dime pass there. Tank Bigsby currently on our watch list right here. We keep moving this sevens pick around a lot. Chase Brown was there. Bigsby's been there. A-Chain could climb in there. That was a bad throw. Brown's pissed. Charbonnet. Let's go, Charbonnet. Nice grab. Evans looking smooth. Do you slide JSN or Quentin Johnson for not running the 40? No. It's disappointing at the moment, but at the end of the day, do I care? No. I mean, JSN looked good anyway, right? So here are the 40 times for the wide receivers. You got Palmer, Darius Davis, Wheaton at a 4.38, Marvin Mims 4.38, Hyatt 4.4 flat, Flowers 4.42, Tyler Scott 4.44, A.T. Perry 4.47, Downs 4.48, Addison 4.48, and then he got injured, which was such a disappointing day for Addison. Verticals for the wide receivers. You had, where are these guys at? Verticals for the wide receivers. Oh, I'm not even showing you on screen. I'm sorry. Hold on. Here are the verts for the wide receivers. You got Wheaton 41. Wheaton's on top of some of these, man. I didn't like him coming out of college, but Peoples. Did I miss Gibbs? Did Gibbs catch one? Here comes Bijan. Did I miss Gibbs already? Bijan. Nice catch, Bijan. He just looks so smooth. Spears. Okay, so what did Jackson Smith and Jigba had a 35 vert, so it wasn't like wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. Jackson Smith and Jigba had a 10.5 broad jump. His cone drill was number 1. So I think coming out of this, like when you do something special like this, when you're already thought of, okay, you're not the fastest player in this wide receiver class. Your top end speed isn't there, but you're a precise route runner. You're one of the best route runners in this entire draft class, and arguably could end up being one of the better route runners in the NFL. And you go out and do a 6.57 cone drill, and the next closest guy was 6.85. It tells you something special. So, Is Quentin Johnson satellite man material? Maybe, but Jackson Smith and Jigba more so. Way more so. I mean, look at that route. Look at that cone drill, bro. Look at that cone drill. That's phenomenal. In fact,
Satellite men. Space cadets in training.
satellite man. Where's my Jackson Smith and Jigba? Might have to find a graphic. Hold on, we'll come back to this. Jackson, we need you, pal. What did they say about Kamara? All right, let's go back to satellite men.
Satellite men. Space cadets in training.
He looks nothing like this photo. It's so funny. Richardson is a satellite man. Again, satellite men are just players that are capable of being on the moonmen list, but just don't have, for whatever reason, we don't have them in the position yet. We're going to go with JSN as a potential moon man in training. JSN. There we go. JSN doing it live. Pacheco. It's a pretty good looking group. Jameer Gibbs. Nice, Jameer. Eric Gray. This guy was tripping all over himself earlier. Evan Hall. Come on, Evan Hall. Somebody tackle this guy. Tackle him. Tackle him. It's annoying. It's so annoying. It's dumb. Okay, we're over it. You're not Jerry Rice, bro. Gibbs isn't going to the Jets. No, he's not. McIntosh. Mitchell. There's this lady laying down in the middle of the field taking photos. Someone's going to walk all over her, man. Hall's going to run on her when he's trying to run to the end zone. She's just like right in the middle of the field, just laying down and taking photos. Bijan. Look at Bijan go. Yeah, he does have soft hands. They're saying on TV that you can barely hear the ball getting caught by him because his hands are so soft. It's so true. So Hall, I guess they're saying Hall's coach, this guy Hall, that keeps running to the end zone. They're saying his coach challenged him to do it in practice, so he's been doing it ever since. Which is, it's cool, like a cool story, like, you know. But like, you're at the combine, bro. You can tell people are getting irritated. Like, you're trying to show up everybody every time you catch the ball. Like, just do the drill. Do the drill. All right, boy, you know Richardson is just a discount action movie star, says Dino. No, I don't know that, Dino. Gibbs to Philly with their second pick. It'd be great. It'd be great. And maybe his size will make him fall into round 2. We don't know. We have no idea. Bijan put some Dijon on it. He definitely did. Hall is going to be my 1.1 from now on. We should take him 1.1 in a best ball draft just for giggles. If he's going to score every time he touches the football, he's going to be a pretty good fantasy player, right? What's he going to do in a game? Is he going to do that in a game? Is this going to carry over into the season? Because if Hall's going to run the ball, get tackled for a half-yard gain, and literally get up and run all the way to the end zone every time, and run all the way back, we're going to get pretty annoyed with the false starts and the delay of games and all the stuff that's going to cause. I mean, honestly, like you, at some point, when do we draw the line? When do we draw the line? Thank you. Thanks. We got a nice chocolate chip cookie here. There we go. Let's try this out. Warm, hot chocolate chip cookie. Miss Smitty to the moon.
To the moon.
I like this whole eating window where I can just eat whatever I want in 6 hours. It's brutal when I'm not eating, but Bijan to the Eagles at 10, maybe. Can you imagine if this guy Hall in the game does this every time? Not that he's going to hit the field, but yeah, I don't hate Hall, but yeah, it's getting annoying. Yeah, warm, hot off the oven. By the way, we have I'm filming episode number 5 of the Fantasy Football Intern sitcom show. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, on my YouTube homepage, scroll about halfway down. I have an actual sitcom. It's like The League meets The Office. And it takes a lot of time to film these sitcoms. And episode 5 will be hopefully airing in the next month or two. Maybe sooner. Depending on Grant. We're waiting on Grant like usual. Right, Grant? These warm cookies are pretty good. I'm going to get another drink. 1 second. What did I miss? What did I miss? Stop running to the end zone, bro. Anyone think the combine's overrated? I mean, to a degree. Nice throw. Nice catch. This replacement quarterback's doing pretty good. Who is it? Oh, they're rotating him. Man. Gibbs dropped the ball. Oh, man. Someone says, is this live? Yes. Hall scored more touchdowns today than Bijan did. Let's grab Bijan. Hall scored more touchdowns today than Bijan did in his entire college career. This is a pretty dumb part of the combine, though, where they literally didn't schedule the quarterbacks to stay in town long enough to throw to these guys. And so the RBs are getting screwed out of some good, you know, even though these guys are throwing the ball pretty well. Nice catch. Was that Gibbs? Nice catch. But what a dumb way to end the combine for these guys is have some, you know, guys that they're hitting some good throws, but these are not the normal throwers. Like, that's just stupid. This dude's fun. Yeah, Deuce Vaughn. So I guess there's not a second group. That's it? I thought maybe Sean Tucker was running the second group. Where's Sean Tucker at? Can somebody find out why Sean Tucker didn't participate? Oh! Look at these guys. These wide receivers got put to shame by these running backs catching the ball. Can we just say that right now? I thought there was a second group, but there's obviously just one group of running backs. So we got a lot to talk about. We got 121 people in here. We got some assessments to make, okay? We got some numbers to look at. I thought there was a second group. Okay. It's time to discuss. Let's hit the phone lines. Phone lines are open. Numbers right here on the corner of the screen.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial on in. We've got the cone drills for the wide receivers. We had pulled up. This isn't over yet. It can't be over yet. I guess it is. Tucker's running at his pro day. Tucker must be pro day only. Bummer. Drop those likes, says Danger. All right, let's get to it. So these RBs, looking at the vertical times, you got Chase Brown, 40. Spears, Keaton Mitchell, 38. Gray, Charbonnet, 37. Charbonnet and Bijan, 37s. Very impressive vertical numbers for those two big men. And you got, I'm sorry, we're sticking with the running backs. You got the running back broad jump. We've got Chase Brown again at the top here, 10-7. Mitchell again, 10-6. Mitchell and Brown are very, very good Spears on in these drills. 10-4 for Bijan. That's fantastic. Charbonnet, 10-2. I still like it. It's not bad. Not bad at all. 40 time. We've got 8-chain with 4.32. We've got Jahmyr Gibbs with the 4.36. We got Mitchell with a 4.37. Gibbs was phenomenal. Gibbs had a great day. He had a drop. I guess I didn't see the drop, but that last catch he pulled in was fantastic. Gibbs measured in at 199 pounds. He's a little short at 5'9" and some change, but essentially the same size as Jamal Charles weight-wise, but about 1 inch shorter than Jamal Charles. But definitely not concerned if he falls to the right spot. Bijan running a 4.46 is probably the story of this entire thing, because similar to how people were concerned about Bryce Young's his size, his height and weight, people have been a little bit concerned about Bijan's speed. And the 4.46 is unbelievable. And the fact that he'll probably gain some weight, I'd imagine. A lot to talk about. So what changed for me? Not much. I mean, Bigsby, McIntosh, and maybe Brown, they're going to rotate probably on and off 6, 7, 8. Kendre Miller, I don't know where Kendre Miller was. I don't know where Sean Tucker was. Kind of disappointing players to watch, and they weren't even participating. So we'll have to see them at their pro days. Kendre Miller definitely needed to be in the mix here, because he's already kind of a forgotten man in a lot of ways. And so for him not to be on the map at the combine, I don't know if he wasn't invited or if he got injured or what happened, but Kendre Miller should have been there. And hopefully he can do some damage at a pro day. Our pro day, the quarterback pro days are as follows. We have let's see here. Let me put the quarterback pro days on screen, and we can discuss those, because that's it. That's probably the most important thing at the current moment coming out of the combine are these quarterback pro days. Those are going to approach very, very quickly in no time at all. So we have for the quarterback pro days, we have Stroud. Let me put this up here. Pro days. March 22, Stroud. March 23 is Bryce Young. March 24 is going to be Levis. And March 30 is going to be Richardson. All right, so let me put this on screen here. And you guys will be able to better know what's going on with these pro days. So pro days, Stroud, March 22nd. March 23 is Young. Levis is 24. And then we got the 30th for Richardson. So it's going to be interesting. Bijan's getting interviewed real quick. I just want to hear this. Bijan actually didn't run in a straight line. At the very beginning, he went like this. And that probably slowed him down. He says he's happy with the 40. 4.546, he said. I'd have to say, she goes, the ball retrieval is so soft with the hands. He goes, yeah. 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 Good character, dude. So well spoken. Such a hard worker. Such a good kid. Bijan Robinson has the attitude, the drive, the tenacity, the good attitude and character that I think is going to make him just absorb everything he can absorb at the next level. This is the next LaDainian Tomlinson meets Saquon Barkley meets Nick Chubb. And it's happening right in front of our very eyes. I'm watching this guy, just the way he carries himself, the way he looks. Again, as weird as it sounds, you can watch a person's fluidity and say, okay, he's so fluid, he's so smooth, and know that there's success waiting around the corner, especially when the stats back it up. Like watching this guy on the field, they're putting footage on the film right now. His ability to cut back, they're comparing him to Barry Sanders right now. And let's not compare him to Barry Sanders as some of his twitch and cutback ability. But vision and ability to navigate to the next hole and lane, I understand what they're trying to say there. They're putting side-by-side footage up of Barry and Bijan. And he's not Barry. He's not Barry. He doesn't run exactly like Barry, but they are showing some clips of the two running side-by-side, and I get what they're trying to point out here. The ability to go from one direction to another, from one hole to the next, like multiple levels onto the field. It's not like he's getting through a hole, going through the A gap, making one move and just letting the defense swarm to him. What they're trying to identify with this footage here, and it's very, very astute, is that he will go through a hole, navigate through the right hole, and then when he gets to that next level of the defense, instead of just letting it swarm on him and try and get as many yards as possible, he almost treats it like another line of scrimmage. He almost figures out what's the best way to then treat this situation, as if I'm going to cut and try and go through an alternative gap in the defense. And so it's amazing to watch this guy's film. And if you haven't watched Bijan Robinson's film, I urge you to go watch it, because it really does remind you of a mixture of all the great backs we've seen in the last decade. He's just such a great runner, pure runner, completely generational. Like, when we say generational talent, this is what we mean. Like, there's sometimes we throw the word around. Some people say we use the word too loosely. I don't know that I do, because when I use it, I mean it. When I say that Breece Hall's generational or Walker's generational, I mean it. I meant it. I mean it still. When I say that Javonte was generational, he was, and he still might be, but maybe he's not, and we have to prepare for that, because he's going through a really gruesome ACL repair or a recovery that may or may not have him in a good positioning. Maybe Sean Payton drafts one of these big dogs, like we were saying earlier. Maybe Sean Payton's like, we're moving on from Javonte. I know I said Kamara. I didn't mean to say Kamara. We're moving on from Javonte. We're going to go ahead and bring in Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson. Let's trade up for these guys. We don't know what Sean Payton's capable of doing. We don't know how confident Sean Payton is in Javonte. I hope Javonte is ready for week 1. The newest reports suggest he's ready for week 1. But just because we love somebody in the past doesn't mean I'm going to go full force, no matter what, dig my heels in. I'm going to adjust and adapt, and I'm going to play it by ear. Javonte, I'm on hold. We're pausing on Javonte until we know more. In the case of this Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan and Charbonnet characters right here, these guys have the ability to be top 10 running backs during their rookie seasons. As rookies, they could all three be in the top 10, maybe top 12. There's the changing of the guard happening. We talk about the changing of the guard all the time. Changing of the guard means that Cook is falling out. That means that we got Nick Chubb potentially ready to drop off. We got Derrick Henry at 29 years old. We got Austin Eckler at 28 years old. Zeke's falling off, obviously, already. We've got a changing of the guard. The top 10 RBs in 2023, let alone Dynasty, but in 2023 is going to be consumed by sophomore running backs, by this rookie running back class. We're going to have literally maybe I'd say 6 to 7 RBs inside the top 10 running backs for 2023. They will be from the sophomore and rookie running back class. That's how good both these classes are at the running back level. And at the wide receiver level, changing in the guard is happening, mostly having sophomore wide receivers take up those slots, but there will be one, maybe two, but probably at least one of the rookie wide receivers from the 2023 class will be in that top 10 wide receiver group that will be consumed mostly by sophomores from this elite sophomore class right here that consumes a majority of the moonmen list for 2023. Let's go.
The moonmen, dropping loads in outer space.
Olave, Watson, London. These are all moonmen. Wilson.
Space Monsters.
Sophomore wide receivers, 4 of which are going to be top 10 to 12 wide receivers. That's 4 of 10, or at least 4 of 12 from the sophomore class. Oh, I'm sorry, Pickens, 5. I always forget Pickens there. Ron's going to be upset. Pickens, that's 5 wide receivers in at least the top 12. That's almost 50% if you do consider it the top 10. Then it's unreal. It's unreal. It's really unreal. The sophomore wide receiver group is that good. I think Jackson Smith and Jigba or Zay Flowers will most likely, and I have Zay Flowers on this list.
The moonmen, dropping loads in outer space.
Flowers is my favorite to be the top wide receiver from this rookie class, but
Space Monsters.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, such a good route runner in the right spot.
Satellite men.
There's a reason.
Space cadets in training.
There's a reason why Jackson Smith and Jigba is in training to become a moon man, because it's either him or Zay Flowers. We don't know which one yet. It's probably going to be one of the two that's going to be potentially in the top, 7 to 10 for wide receivers for 2023 and beyond. I like Zay personally, but I certainly understand anybody that might want Jackson Smith and Jigba in that spot. So here are the 40 times I got the majority of the guys we were watching up here. Brown with the 4.43, he dominated the combine in other categories. Charbonnet dropping a 4.54, which I think some will look at as a negative. I don't. And I think people that know what they have in Charbonnet, when they're scouting him, when they're putting him on their draft board as their number 2 or number 3 RB, they don't care about this 5.44 40 or this 4.54 40. They actually look at the 4.54 40 like I do. A pretty decent time for his size. Given what we know he does well, this is a good time. It's not a horrible time. It's not a great time, but it's not a bad time whatsoever. I think Miss Smitty's ordering Arby's as we speak. Let me just check the text message here and make sure we're good to go. Texted you. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Garlic steak. That's it. Garlic steak. Garlic. Yes. Garlic. Yes. That's it. Yeah. We're doing it live. So I made a choice. The crispy onions, so I got it. Made a choice. It has crispy onions, so I got it. Let's see here. That's the one. She did it. She picked the right one. Let me go see.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. The garlic is fine, right? That's it. Thank you. She did. She chose the right one. We weren't sure. We got the right one. It's the garlic. It's the ribeye garlic. She ordered it. It's coming from Arby's right now as we speak. We have the meats. We're doing it live. Bijan hype is real. 1.1 redraft is insane. Let's talk about that for a second. Should anybody be taking him at the 1.1? No. Can he be the 1.1 in hindsight? Absolutely. But you're an impatient person. You're an impatient Ian. If you're going to go ahead and actually draft him 1.1. Now, maybe you're in a league where you can't trade down. And I get that. That dilemma is a bothersome one, right? You're at the 1.1, there's no trading involved. Or you're at the 1.2, there's no trading involved. And you really believe Bijan, like me, you're buying into the hype. Smitty's been hyping him up. You're getting excited. And you think Bijan's the 1.1 or 1.2, the number 1 and the number 2 running back as a rookie. I get it. You're at the 1.1. But Bob, don't you draft in enough leagues that you can play it safe and use that league where you're at the 1.1 to draft a wide receiver like Jamar Chase, or you draft Christian McCaffrey, or you draft JJ, and you do 2 or 3 leagues, Bob, right? You do 2 or 3 leagues for a reason, okay? And when you do best ball, even more so, not to be crazy with the ADPs, you have to understand where these guys are going, and if you play against the odds game of where these guys are going, and you keep drafting players way too high and ruining their potential upside, because Bijan at 1.1 holds a lot more risk than Bijan at 1.8. I can see it right now. The impatient Ian that drafts Bijan and redraft at 1.1 that says, I'm just going to take him, Smitty. You like him, I like him. And let's say he starts off slow. You're going to be the one complaining in my comments of my videos saying, never again am I drafting a rookie at the 1. You shouldn't have drafted him at 1.1 or 1.2 in a redraft, bro. You shouldn't have done it. Don't do it. You have to wait. You have to wait. You cannot be impatient like an impatient Ian. And you know what? We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Link is in the description. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Swipe on over. Click the link in the live chat. I've got it pinned. The link is in the description. Underdog Fantasy. Use the link. It'll insert promo code Smitty for you so that you get $100 bonus match dollar for dollar on your first deposit. You deposit $100, they'll give you $100. You deposit $20, they'll give you $20. Either way, they'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar. Let's go ahead and go to the big board. We're going to jump into the big board. We're going to hit enter right now. Hit enter. There's about 10-second delay. Go ahead and hit enter. $10. The prizes are as follows. $200,000 to first place. Jump in. 30-second draft. We're doing it live. We got 8 more spots to fill. Oh, not enough to do one draft, Smitty? Okay, fine. Swipe over. We're going to go over to the rookies and sophomores. We're going to draft in that as well. Enter that one right now. $10 an entry. Okay, do it live. These are so fun. You're only drafting sophomores and rookies. We've been preparing for it all day. We got Bijan and the running backs and the wide receivers. 3 more to start in that draft. Again, to get in, you're clicking sophomores and rookies. Click that to get in the league. I just joined there. You're going to click the big board to get in the other draft. And I'm going to go to the active tab where I see both of those drafts sitting here, unfilled, 2 of 4. This other one, 6 of 12. So we're going to go into each of these bottom 2 drafts, 6 of 12. Let's go wait in there. See when you guys are ready to draft. 5 more spots until we're full. Let's see here. And let me expand this a little bit so you guys can see everything. All right, there we go. There we go. Doing it live. Doing it live. I'm actually going to bring this up a tad. That way I can make it actually bigger. So we'll do it like that. All right, let's get back. One more to start in this draft. Let's go back to the big board. 2 of 4 filled in the sophomores and rookies. Autopilot on. I don't want autopilot on. What is this? Oh, this is the draft I'm doing with you guys. Let's see here. Cooper Kupp and Jalen Hurts is who I own in this draft so far. Okay. All right, so we're doing the big board starting in 40 seconds. Why is autopilot still on? Yeah, I want to turn autopilot off. I don't know. I'll deal with that later. Okay, so 2 of 4 filled in the rookie one. This draft starts in 22 seconds. I'm drafting from the... What pick? The 7 pick. I'm drafting from the 7 spot. Here's the draft. It starts in 10 seconds. I'm fourth in the you're fourth in the draft. Okay, Ada, I'm looking for you. Ignorant Ians, bro. Per anonymous sources, Prince is bigger, faster than Bijan. No, Prime. Prime, you just lost all the momentum you had to get back in the good graces of your boy Smitty. This right here just took all that progress away. Per anonymous sources, Prince is bigger, faster than Bijan. Straight down the toilet. Hod. All that re-earning my trust. Straight down the toilet.
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
I can't believe it, bro. Okay, so let's go back to this. Christian McCaffrey went 1. Jefferson went 2. Let's go back to the sophomores and rookies. Okay, so I gotta bounce back and forth between these 2 drafts. I'm drafting from the 2 spot. I'm gonna go ahead and queue in case I time out both these guys. They're probably my 1 and 2. So we're gonna go ahead and queue both those guys. Going back to the sophomores. Oh, I'm on. Yeah, the draft starts in 24 seconds. Going back to the big board. I'm on the clock here at the 1.7. So far in this draft, we're jump back and forth between the 2. I'll try and make it very clear that I'm in the sophomore rookie draft or I'm in the big board draft. Big board's normal. McCaffrey, JJ, Chase, Kelsey, Cooper, Kupp, and then currently on deck here with the 1.7. The 1.6 is about to time out. That's Coach Breezy. He's going to breeze right past this pick here. So he's going to get auto-picked. Way to go, Breezy. You got Tyreek Hill. Okay, so I got Diggs, I got Eckler, I got Adams. I'm going to go Bijan with this pick. This isn't too high. 1.7's fine. You take him at 1.4, 1.3, or 1.1, it's too early. Okay, so I'm going to jump back over to the sophomore and rookie pick. I'm on the clock here. Okay, the first pick was Kenny Pickett. We're going Bijan over here. Let's go. Let's roll. Hopefully we get a quarterback. The problem with this rookies and sophomores drafts, and you stay in your group of 4 till week 14. And then whoever's the number 1 goes into the next week, and then the next week until you get to the final, whatever. But let's see. We're 1 pick away in the sophomore rookie, so we're going to stay here. So it went Kenny Pickett, Bijan, Garrett Wilson, Kenneth Walker, Chris Olave, and this person's on the clock. We might force a quarterback early. We might not. I'm not sure. Bryce Young, that's painful. Because this first person has Kenny Pickett already, I'm going to kind of assume they may not go. Let's see. I'm going to go Drake London and take a wide receiver. And so they may not go quarterback again. If they do, it's kind of a disadvantage to them, even if they hog and play defense and scoop up all the quarterbacks. But, you know, I have a feeling they won't. I have a feeling they're going to be very pressured to not go double quarterback. So I think I'm okay taking the wide receiver, George Pickens. Okay. I'm tempted to not go QB here, but you almost have to, right? But then again, if you're going with like a rookie that doesn't play a ton, you know, are you better off not worrying about quarterback? Are you better off taking a weird gamble on quarterback? So let's do this differently than normal. Normally I would very much go quarterback. Big board, I'm one pick away. It gets stressful when you got to go back and forth between different drafts. So we picked Bijan already. We're on the clock now. Bijan's on our team. We got Jalen Hurts available. We got Garrett Wilson. Let's go Garrett Wilson, I think, most likely with this pick. Kenneth Walker and Breece Hall are there, but we do kind of want to secure a wide receiver. Let's go Garrett Wilson. So we got 2 moon men already, Garrett Wilson and Bijan. Let's go back to the other draft. We're 23 seconds on the clock. We're almost timing out here. So we have Richardson went. Okay, so let's see. Jahmyr Gibbs went. Sam Howell's there. Let's see here. I'm gonna go Levis just in case, you know, that's a pretty good job going Drake and Christian Watson and still getting Will Levis, who could start as a rookie. So I don't feel too bad about that. All right, let's go back to this other draft. We're 2 picks away in the rookies and sophomores draft, which we were just in. We're 10 picks away in the big board. The big board again, my team so far on the big board is Bijan and Garrett Wilson, and that's in the 3rd round right now. Let's go back to the sophomores and rookies. We got 20 seconds left. I'm going to time out. Dameon Pierce is pretty solid. Pacheco is pretty solid. Quentin Johnson's very, very solid. I'm probably going to go with I'm going to go Pacheco. So now in this draft, which again you can start 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, and 1 flex. I've got my lineup essentially full right now. 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 quarterback, 1 flex, 2 wide receivers. So our lineup is solid there. 7 picks away in the big board. So we're going to go back to the sophomores and rookie draft, which we're almost on the clock again. It goes quick because it's just 4 people in a draft. And again, you stay with your group the entire way and through week 14, and then you break off later. Quentin Johnston's probably the best pick here. So I'm going to go Quentin Johnston. Let's go Quentin Johnston. I've got another little idea that I can deploy at my next pick. On the big board, we're getting closer to our pick on the big board draft. In the 3rd, I'm sorry, we were in the 2nd round when I said we were in the 3rd round. We're now beginning the 3rd round, and we're going to come all the way down to my pick. Again, I got Bijan and Garrett Wilson. So we got a ways to go before we're out 5 picks. This one, the rookies and sophomores, we're 1 pick away again because, again, it's 4 people, and you stay with your 4 people all the way through week 14. Then you start, you know, getting divided into different groups. Let's see here. Let's go Zach Charbonnet. How is he still there? That's good. That's great. I've got an idea for my next pick. So far, my team is as follows. Bijan, Pacheco, Charbonnet, Drake London, Watson, Quentin Johnson, Levis. If Levis pans out, we're in the money on this one. Let's go back. 3 picks away on the big board. On the big board, again, we've got Bijan and Garrett Wilson. Okay, you want to do this? Links in description, links pinned in the live chat. Promo code Smitty gets you up to $100 bonus match, dollar for dollar. It looks fun, is it? It looks fun, doesn't it? It is fun. Okay, so here we go. 3.7. Let me go back to the other drafts. Okay, we're 2 picks away in the big board, so I think we got little time to make both these picks. Okay, we got ETN, we got Burrow, we got Debo, we got Fields. These are all just potential guys we want to grab, right? Okay, so who's going to be our next pick here? Who's going to be our next pick? This guy, Coach Breezy, he's been timing out. He's been timing out like a machine, like clockwork. He just times out. It's what he does. Coach Breezy. His team goes with the breeze, goes with the wind. There it goes down the toilet, Coach Breezy. Breezy, what are you doing? Timing out an ETN, leaving Joseph cigar smoking Burrow for us. Now we've got Joe Burrow. This is unbelievable. We got Joe Burrow, Bijan, and Garrett Wilson. Unreal. 7 seconds left in this one. Good Lord. Let's go Brock Purdy just in case he comes back, because this is a sophomores and rookies only. And so we need that quarterback upside in case he does come back, in case Will Levis doesn't close. We're on the clock again. Sky Moore looks fantastic. I'm going to cue him. Let's go to, quarterback Hendon Hooker. We need quarterbacks galore. Zappy, we're going to cue him up. We probably don't need any more RBs. Wide receivers, you could always use a wide receiver. I'm going to go with the QB just to try and nail this down. Okay, so I went with Hendon Hooker. Back to this draft. I'm 3 picks away in the rookies and sophomores draft. I'm 6 picks away in the big board, so we're going to go back to the rookies and sophomores draft. I've got Will Levis. I've got Brock Purdy. I've got Hendon Hooker. Pretty good considering we waited so long to go quarterback. Bijan, Pacheco, Charbonnet, Drake London, Watson, Quentin Johnson. To be honest, this looks a lot like a team I drafted in a 12-team league, minus the quarterback situation, right? So unbelievable. Running backs combine hasn't started, says Dudu. It hasn't? Oh, bro, what have we've been doing this whole time? Running backs combine hasn't started. Bro, what have we been doing this whole time? Okay, I'm on the clock here. Queued up is Zappy. Let's go Zappy just in case. Let's get back to this other draft. 5 picks away. Tell me I didn't time out already. Tell me I didn't time out. No, I didn't. Okay, I got Burrow, Bijan, Garrett Wilson. One of the best teams I've ever assembled in best ball so far this year. Burrow, astronaut man. Mars man. Bijan, Mars man. Garrett Wilson, Mars man. These are 3 Mars men sitting here. Can't believe, Dudu, that we actually sat here for a fake NFL combine. It hasn't even started yet, says Dudu. Dudu, what have we been doing, bro? What have we been doing this entire time? 16 seconds in the rookies and sophomores. Let's go wide receiver shopping. Tight end. No, we don't need a tight end. What am I doing? Butte. Let's go Butte. All right, here's my team so far in this draft. Levis, Purdy, Hendon Hooker, Zappy, Bijan, Isaiah Pacheco, Charbonnet, Drake London, Christian Watson, Quentin Johnson, Butte. It's a very strong team. This feels like a winner. 8 seconds left in the big board. Oh, no. No. Christian Watson, I got to take him. I don't know who else I could take. I had to just take him. I had to snag him. I was going to time out at 8 seconds left. Oh, man, that team looks fire. Bijan, Garrett Wilson, Joe Burrow, Christian Watson. I don't even know who was there for me to snag on this team. Let's see. Who did I miss? Ridley, Mike Williams, Kittle, Drake London was good. Okay, yeah, I didn't screw up on this one. I did fantastic. Okay, so we're a ways away. We're 12 picks until we pick again. Let's go back to the sophomores and rookies picks. Let's see here. We're on the clock here. Let's go quarterback again and just scoop up whatever we can. Let's see here. Maybe Willis gets in there. Okay. That's over. 10 picks away in this other draft. Let's go back to this completed. Let's look at the rookies and sophomores draft. I've done another one before. They gave me, look how low a score they gave me. This guy at 1654 at the top. They gave your boy Smitty 736 because they don't respect rookies and upside, but that's okay. This team looks like a redraft team, to be honest with you. Look at this squad. Let me pull the wide receivers up. Drake London, Christian Watson, Quentin Johnson, Butte, Bijan Robinson at RB, Isaiah Pacheco, Charbonnet at RB. My quarterbacks are a mess, but one of those is likely to do decent each week, I think. So pretty solid. Let's go back to our active drafts. We're 8 picks away in the big board. Now we got 1 draft. I don't need to bounce back and forth anymore to be a lot easier to watch. Okay, so the big board on the clock at this 48 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence, and it's going to go down to the 49 overall pick and then head back in the direction down the 5th round. And again, our team so far, and we're 6 picks away. Burrow, Bijan, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, all moonmen, all marsmen. Remember the other day I said one of the best strategies is to draft 3 of the 4 wide receivers. I have a video on it, and it's really hard to do. We're kind of doing it right here, aren't we? We're getting really close to pulling it off. One of my favorite strategies, drafting 3 of the 4 wide receivers being Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Drake London, and then the replacement sometimes being Kyle Pitts, but also Really, there's 3 or 4 guys you could pick off at this point if you want to go that route. Okay, hold on. Let me get to it in a second. We're getting close here. We're getting close. Where are we at? Drake London just went. That's okay. Let's queue up some people. We like a few people here. Oh, we got the foods here. Godwin, Jackson Smith, and Jigbo. We're just gonna queue up a couple of these people that we like. We like George Pickens. We like McLaurin. Quarterback. We don't need a quarterback. I always look at it just in case. We don't necessarily need a quarterback, but we will eventually come around for a second quarterback. On the board right here, Kyle Pitts just went. I'm getting sniped left and right because I'm drafting with my own people. There's no way Kyle Pitts usually goes this high, but that's okay. Cash Morris is watching us. Cash Morris is sniping from us. Coach Breezy's timing out like madman. Who's the highest ranked guy? Godwin. Go ahead and take Godwin. Big boy, go ahead and take Godwin. We don't care. He's just timing out like crazy. Okay, so overall, Jahmyr Gibbs is my next best player to grab. Let's go, Jahmyr Gibbs. This team is straight fire. Does anybody think I'm not crushing this draft? Raise your hand if you think I'm crushing it, and give me a thumbs down if you think I'm blowing this draft. Because I feel like this is one of the best teams I've assembled here on Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty, getting up to $100 bonus match dollar for dollar on your first deposit. Get on over. Link is pinned in the live chat. It's in the description. Is this not one of the better best ball teams you've ever seen? Doodoo saying it again. Doodoo says running backs combine hasn't started. What are you talking about, Doodoo? Miss Smitty bringing the food. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so we've got man, they deliver this. Doesn't quite look like, it's all like blued out from the blue lights. Doesn't quite look like the prime rib that was in the commercial, but it does smell good. It does look good. I'm sure it'll taste fantastic. All right, so here's the team so far. We got Burrow, Bijan. Why does this guy keep saying this? You're reminding me of the running back Hall, just doing the same repetitive stuff over and over. Running back combine hasn't started. What are you talking about, bro? Dial in if you want to discuss why the combine hasn't started yet. Your conspiracy theory of why the combine has not started yet. Please dial into the show. It's right here. Please inform me. 22 seconds left. Mike Evans is pretty good here. Pickens is pretty good. Pacheco's pretty good. Tight ends, Dalton Schultz, no. Probably going to roll with, I don't mind this. This feels like a little questionable in drafting Mike Evans, but he's still got so much upside and appeal at this territory as your third wide receiver. Feeling very good about those RBs, so I'm not scared to make this move and make Mike Evans my third wide receiver. Absolutely love it. What do you think of my team so far? Says Ada. First of all, what do you think of my team? Breezy's this guy, Coach Breezy's going to time out again. He always times out. He's not even here. I don't know where he is. What's his team even look like? Let's pull it up. Let's pull up his auto team. Yeah, that's an auto team for you. That's what happens when you aren't present during class. Is you got an imbalance going on. Ada wants me to look at his team. RJ Sports, Chubb, Jefferson, Higgins, Ridley, Hawkinson. Not bad. Let's see here. Where's Ada? Ada, where's your team? I don't know what team is yours, Ada. I forget your name. Did you change your name? I don't know what your team is. How am I supposed to look it up? All right, these picks so far. It went Mike Evans. It went Jameson Williams. It went Hollywood Brown, Aaron Jones. That's where we're at currently. Dude, the phone line's open, dude. We're waiting to hear what conspiracy theory you have in regards to this combine, the running back combine not beginning. What have we been watching? Is it the script? Has the script struck again? Did the combine actually not happen? Is it not real? The script strikes again. All right, we got 111 people in here. Quentin Johnson, good pick. Javonte went in the 6th round. I knew this news was going to increase Javante's value. I'm just messing. I just got here, says Mr. TD. Mr. TD says, look for the worst team. Oh, for Ada. I got you. Mr. Duda, we're waiting for a phone call, bro. Phone lines are open. I want to know how the RBs haven't partaken yet. I don't know where your team is. I don't see. Oh, reactors. There it is. Reactors. Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Dameon Pierce, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra Keenan. Pretty good. I mean, your quarterback rotation is going to be very fire. Isaiah Pacheco. George Pickens. I was really hoping Pickens would fall to me. Johnny Mittens is on the clock, followed by Cash Morris, and then Coach Breezy's going to time out. I hope the guy at the top of the rank list is not a guy I want, because Coach Breezy's going to time out and get him. Coach Breezy gets whoever's on the top of the pre-rank list because he fell asleep at the wheel, and he's not even drafting. So I want to thank him for partly why my team looks so fire, because I've got a guy that's literally asleep and has got the phone on his chest and it's vibrating every time he's on the clock, and he just times out. And it gives me extra time to look at who I want to take. So kind of an unfair advantage I think I have with Coach Breezy being right in front of me, sleeping at the wheel. James Conner. Okay, who's the top player that Coach Breezy's going to time out at? Oh, Coach Breezy's here. No, he's not. He's timing out. Traylon Burks. He's getting Traylon Burks. He's getting Traylon Burks. Let's see here. We're in round 7. And Traylon Burks goes to Coach Breezy. There he goes. Traylon Burks. Easy to call. All right, my team. I got 3 really good wide receivers. I got Joe Burrow. I got Bijan Gibbs. At RB, I mean, I could wait. But why am I going to wait when he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th ranked running back? We're going to go with Charbonnet and not mess around. And we're going to conclude the rookie running back gauntlet that we got here. We've run the whole course. We got Bijan, Gibbs, and Charbonnet RB. We still got Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Mike Evans, and we have Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. One of the best ball teams I've ever assembled so far this year. Absolutely love it. I feel like this is a winner. Reactors is on the clock. Reactors is Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Dameon Pierce, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra, and Keenan Allen. Let's see what he does. Test Force has Josh Allen, Tony Pollard, Algier, Adams, Judy, Lockett, and Evan Ingram. Mark has Pat Mahomes, Barkley, Ramondre Hopkins, McLaurin, Gabe Davis, and Goddard. This guy here has Eckler, Taylor, Swift, Cook, Cooper, Deontay, Andrews. Not enamored by any of these teams. Not scared either. Not scared at all by these teams. I'm feeling it. We're doing it live. We've got a couple players I'm going to queue up that I like. Let's see here. We're almost on the clock. Tight ends. I mean, I could use a tight end, I suppose. I definitely need a wide receiver still. There's some RBs there that we potentially like. Let's go ahead. Max Time is on the clock. Max Time takes Rachaad White. Let's go ahead and looking at this overall, I feel like it's really important. To make sure that I don't let Aaron Rodgers slip out of my grip, because I feel very, very strongly about having 2 amazing quarterbacks that could outplay each other in a best ball rotational scoring type of setup where your optimal lineup is set for you. And Joe Burrow and Aaron Rodgers, Either one could outscore the other on any given Sunday. Not to mention, if let's say something happened to Burrow or whatever, then I could feel very confident with my quarterback play. So we're looking at Sutton, who just got snagged there, and we're going to look at the board from here going forward. Mr. TD says, got to have 2 or even 3 QBs. Definitely need at least 3 QBs, to be honest. Oh, shoot, I missed the draft, says Ben. He's got Burrow. Why draft another QB? Because of the rotation. The rotation's really critical, bro. The people that have multiple quarterbacks, because it starts the one that scores the most for you. Those people end up having good projected scores when the whole thing's done. Smitty, I'm sorry, but you're not beating my QB lineup, though. Laughing on the ground, rolling around. I think people might argue that maybe I have a better QB duo than you do. So, do you guys like Fields and Lamar better than Burrow and Aaron Rodgers, or is it very comparable? I think it's very comparable. I think people rotate on that, bro. Not to mention, my RBs are fire. What do your RBs look like? Let's go check out your RBs. Let's go check out Ada's RBs. Damian Pierce and Akers, bro. I got Bijan, Gibbs, and Charbonnet. I like Damian Pierce, but he's your running back 1, my guy. Let's see who's gonna go here. RDJ Sports is on the clock. RDJ Sports is on the clock. Are these Arby's fries? I don't remember Arby's fries having the fries that look like this. We're going to be doing a live stream on Lamar Jackson and breaking news here in about, I would say 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock my time, which will be 10 p.m. Eastern. And the other day I mentioned something about daylight savings kicking in Monday. It's the next week, I believe. I think I'm wrong. Daylight savings doesn't kick in until what? The next weekend? So I apologize on that. That's my fault. I don't know who I'm taking here. All right, so Breezy's on the clock. Coach Breezy, Myers. I predict he takes Jacoby Myers. I know you guys don't think I'm a psychic, but I totally know. I've got a crystal ball. Oh, he woke up. What's up, buddy? Hi, buddy. We're glad you made it. Pal. Let's go ahead and let's get a tight end on the roster. Let's go Dalton Schultz. Look at this squad. Look at this squad right here. I waited until right now to go quarterback, and my team looks phenomenal. I've got Dalton Schultz at tight end. Sorry about the choppiness of this. Got Dalton Schultz at tight end. Let me see if I can drag this up so you can see it. Dalton Schultz at tight end. I got Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Mike Evans. Fire wide receivers. Good tight end. Zach Charbonnet, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers. Feeling like $1 million right now. I'm feeling like, or at least not $1 million. I'm feeling like $200,000 right now. First place prize on this big board is $200,000. Second place is $50,000. Third place is $35,000. And you get $1,000 from 26th to 100th place. That means when you say, "Hey, Miss Smitty, I got 100th place in this draft."
That sucks. You don't seem that good at football then, honey. Why do you have a channel if you got 100th place?
Because 100th place out of all of these people pays $1,000.
Oh, Smitty, you're the best. I take back everything I said. You are the man.
Yeah, I know, babe. Thank you for the Arby's.
I'm ordering another set of burgers on that note, Smitty. You're the best.
$200,000 to first place. Oh, I'm up next. Hold on. Freiermuth, I could go double tight end here, kind of secure up the tight end options. I could look at the RBs. I kind of need another RB, but I don't know if I love any of these RBs right here. Let's go ahead and check out the wide receivers. Downs isn't bad. Let's go to the QBs. honestly, I'm going to take Derek Carr here, and I'm going to shore up the quarterback situation. Now my room is way better than Ada's because I got Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, and Derek Carr. And again, for the layman in here that hasn't learned about underdog yet or best balls, and I don't blame you. This is why you're watching. You're going to be a veteran by the end of this. Having a trio of quarterbacks to rotate is fantastic. And it's going to put me in a position where I'm going to score the most points in this league, even over Ada's, Lamar, and Fields, because of my rotation. My rotation's fire. There you go. There you go, Ada. Enjoy. Enjoy, broski. Enjoy. And having 3 quarterbacks, it's not even, I mean, I sometimes draft 4. It just totally depends.
Just make sure you get 100th place and not 101, because then it drops to like... The prize drops from 1,000 to 375. If you're not 100th, you're last.
For those that don't know, the cube, you start 1 QB, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 12 bench, 1 flex. 0.5 PPR, there's the scoring. For anybody that doesn't know, link is in the description. Link is in the live chat pinned. Let's go. Let's go. Mitch says Ada's wide receivers are fire. Not more than my wide receivers. Let's go back to Ada's team real quick and take a look at his wide receivers that are supposed to be so good. He's got A.J. Brown, St. Brown, Keenan Allen, Zay Flowers, Mooney. Not bad. Not bad. But are they better than these? Broski, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Mike Evans? I don't think so. I guess arguable. Arguable, sure. Arguable. I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at you, pal. Let's see if we can shore up our wide receivers then, since we're getting called out. Is Downs, did he oh, I got an idea. Let's see, tight ends. I know what we can do. Whoa. I really like Hodgins, man. He's down here a little ways, but at this point, when you get into like the 11th round, I don't think you need to worry about reaching a little bit. Hodgins, to me, he did all this damage. When you look at Hodgins' game log, he did all this damage, the 392 and 4 touchdowns on 37 receptions. He did a lot of that in a very short period of time. And if he plays a full season, he could be one of those sleeper breakouts. He might be a satellite man, to be honest with you. So I love the Hodgins pick there. I got a couple other tricks up my sleeve here, and we're going to do it live. Let's go back to the big board so you guys can watch this draft unfold as it happens. Love Hodgins, says Travis. Smitty, you got Ada by a hair with your running backs, though. Who here thinks Fields is going to break out year 3? I mean, he kind of broke out already, but like continue to. I think everybody here loves Fields, but Fields does need weapons. Maybe they go after DeAndre Hopkins. The Cardinals are going to probably trade him. Fields is going to get banged up if he doesn't have support. So he's only as good as he is when he's on the field, you know? And I think that's why the Bears are not strongly considering trading him. But when people say that it's all smoke, I don't know that it's all smoke. I think if the right offer came along, they will most certainly entertain a trade because they know they're killing him. And until they're able to support him and give him wide receivers, he's getting destroyed when he goes out there. And you know, the Bears need to make sure they can support him. If you traded away that Fields for that 2 and 12 from the Texans, let's say, which I don't think that they necessarily would do at this point because Stroud and Richardson look so good. But at the same time, if you really love Fields and you're the Texans, you would give the 2 and 12 up, and maybe they kick back a second rounder or whatever. Then all of a sudden you can draft Stroud at 1, and if you're the Bears, trade that 2 down and get Jackson Smith and Jigba with that 2 pick, because you'd move it down to like 15 and gain another pick somewhere else. And then you could take Bijan or Gibbs on top of that. You could have a whole arsenal coming out of one draft class. Let's see here. Round 12. My team is as follows: Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, Zach Charbonnet. I've got Hodgins as my wide receiver 3. I got Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Mike Evans, Hodgins. I got Dalton Schultz at tight end. Max time is timing out. Max is at his max amount of time. Greg Dulcich. Maybe I go Okonkwo. I think it's important to have a good backup tight end. So I'm going to go with Okonkwo and Dalton Schultz. I think that's a pretty formidable tight end situation given where I'm at. So we'll go Schultz and Okonkwo. Right there, you can see at the bottom. I got Wilson, Watson, Mike Evans, Hodgins, and then the 3 RBs, the 3 quarterbacks. So we're getting close to having another pick come up here. Alexander Madison's interesting. Let's cue him up. Spears we like. Odell's okay at this stage, right? Bigsby. Nico. Roshan. Jalen Warren. Will Levis for later. McKenzie. Jelani. Let's go with all those. Okay, so we're getting back to how close are we from being on the clock? We're 8 picks away. It went Keyshawn Boutte. It went KJ Osborne. It went Stroud before that. It went Taysom Hill before that. Let's see what RJ's team's looking like. Okay, Goff. Not a good quarterback, bro. Goff is your only quarterback. Nick Chubb, Mixon, and Kamara. Jefferson, Higgins, Calvin Ridley, George Pickens. You have really good wide receivers. Hawkinson and Fryermuth with good tight ends. So good squad. Balance is unique. Johnny Mittens. He's got dangerous rush. Of course he does. Justin Herbert, Aaron Jones, James Cook, Dylan. Running backs are cheeks, bro. Devontae Smith, Chris Olave, Drake London. Very good wide receivers. And Kelsey. Very top heavy. You're like a bowling pin, bro. You're like a bowling pin. You got nothing on top. You know, beefy down at the bottom, bro, with Kelsey and those wide receivers. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Who's this?
Chicken.
Yeah? Awesome. Good talk, bro. Good story. Okay, next caller, dial in. Michael Myers, Sean Tucker. When I would have liked Sean Tucker to fall to me, but I had to focus on other positions, so I had to let him go. And we're not having chicken, we're having prime rib, bro. We don't eat chicken around here. We eat prime rib. We eat steak and prime rib. That's the way we roll. Okay. My team so far: Burrow, Rodgers, Carr, Bijan, Gibbs, Charbonnet, Wilson, Watson, Mike Evans, Hodgins, Schultz, and Okonkwo. Very nice. On the clock. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pile it on top and just get another quarterback. So we got 4 quarterbacks. This is a 20-round draft where we can easily afford this. And let me tell you something. This is an advantage. This is not a misstep. This is not understanding the situation. This is understanding the situation. In best ball, this is the highest scoring position at quarterback. In best ball, you will have rotations going on. In best ball, if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt and Joe Burrow goes on a bye, that very important 1 week in time where I could literally lose the league, I've got Jordan Love and Carr competing to take care of me. And Love and Rodgers will not be on the same team. So that's actually a benefit, and it's going to make my QB score. I'm going to be projected for a lot of points, I think, other than the fact that they may not project me high in the running back categories, and that could hurt me because they're all rookies, but very much could see myself having a really high score because of the quarterbacks, but they make me take me down a notch because of the RBs. But I got a couple tricks up my sleeve, so we'll get there when we get there. Wide receivers, let's go. Let me go to the big board real quick and just take a look. Someone took my boy. Someone took somebody that I wanted, I think. Maybe not. Maybe they're still there. Maybe they're still there. Hold on. He's probably gone. I didn't see him. Yeah, Sky Moore's gone. I kind of like him at this territory. All right, let's go with Odell. No, let's go with we'll go with Bigsby. Look at those 4 RB rookie running backs right there. Dial into the show. Does anyone think if Miami gets a QB that Tyreek Hill could be the number 1 wide receiver? Of course. If Aaron Rodgers or Lamar lands there. Even Derek Carr. Derek Carr made Adams a 1,600-yard, 14-touchdown, 100-plus catch wide receiver last year. Let's put some respect on Derek Carr's name. All right, let's go over to... oh God, it keeps, every time I try and look at someone's team, it like snaps back. Let's go over to reactors and let's see Ada's team. Fields, Bryce Young, Lamar, I like it. Pierce, Akers, Herbert, A-Chain, Spears. I think on the surface level, you could say our running backs are comparable, but I don't think they will be. I think mine are going to crush them, Ada. But your receivers are really, really good. I was going to snag Cole Kmet from you, but you ended up taking him. That was a good move. Wide receivers are pretty good. Your tight ends are okay. That was a good move for you, but he's not an elite tight end. But I don't know. We'll see, bro. I like your team though. It's good. You're in the top 2 or 3. You'll be chasing after me, Ada. You'll be chasing after me, broski. I got a couple tricks up my sleeve to help kind of shore up my couple of my positions. I don't need any more quarterbacks, but I love my quarterback crew. That crew is fantastic. Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Jordan Love. No one's outscoring me at quarterback in this team of 12. Nobody, bro. Mac Jones, Jimmy G, Chase Claypool. Okay, let's go. I'm probably going to head in the direction of I need RBs pretty bad. So I'm going to take McKinnon here in case McKinnon does get revitalized again and kind of do some of the similar things he did in the season, which was he was playing really, really well. I like McKinnon a lot. I just think he's older. He's 30. What is he, 31? He's just odds of him doing well at his age for a long extended period. But like him and Pacheco, we don't really know what the divide's going to be. And we've been tricked by KC a number of times, which makes Pacheco a little dangerous. Jack dropping a $5 holler. Jack says, hardest working man in the business. Thank you, Smitty, for all you do. You're welcome, Jack. I appreciate you. We've been live for 3 hours. We did 5-hour live stream yesterday. This is a 3-hour live today. Mark's team's looking pretty decent. Wide receivers are okay. This guy right here, Test has Adams, Pollard. I don't know, bro. It's missing something. But I like a couple of the picks. But okay, Reactors is on the clock with back-to-backs. What's he gonna do? Let's go check out his picks here. What's Reactors gonna do? What's Ada gonna do? Come on, Ada. Thank you, Jack, for the super chat, my guy. And I don't know if I answered everybody else's super chats. Let me see. Heavy CMC dropping the big wad. Hey, Ricky Rice, are you still here, pal? I appreciate the super chat, by the way. I don't know if I saw it. Tell me right now. Hole didn't look hella big and fast. Are you still here, Ricky? Appreciate your super chat, man. Hole looked okay. I think he just annoyed us so much that I think, I don't know. All right, this is going to be, we're getting close here. As soon as this draft's done, I think I gotta bounce out of here. Smitty, you see how fast Levis threw the ball, 59 miles per hour, new record. I didn't see if he broke the record, but he did look good at times. I do admit I liked him. Let's see, I need a running back. We're gonna go with Kendre Miller, who I think will still be impressive. Wide receivers. You guys like, well, I'll wait till we get there. So what do you guys think of the team so far? Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Jordan Love. Tight ends are Dalton Schultz and Okonkwo at the bottom. You can see that there. Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Mike Evans, Hodgins. I need more wide receivers, obviously. I went kind of running back heavy the last couple picks just to make sure I'm secured up. I feel pretty good at this point with the RBs. I think I'll be okay at the end of the day. Now it's time to go wide receiver shopping. And so we'll do that. Maybe a backup tight end. I'm not sure if we'll have time. Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know. Home Depot. What's your opinion on Stroud? I like Stroud. He looked really good. He was the best thrower in the throwing drills. But I would say not too much ahead of Anthony Richardson in the throwing department. But he beat him out. But Richardson beat everybody at everything else and broke records. So Richardson had a better overall combine, I think. But I think they're very close. I think Richardson worked his way into the top 2 overall pick. Whether he's 1 or 2, I don't know. Stroud could probably still go 1 because of the film and the lack of the rawness that I think a coach knows he's got to he'll be looking at and staring at in the face when he brings a guy like Richardson onto the roster. Let's go Richie James, I suppose. I like Richie. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate the kind words. That team is tough with 3 wide receivers starting each week. That team is tough. Zach, you mean like it's awesome, or you think it's tough given that I got to start 3 wide receivers every week and I don't have them, is what you're saying? Because I'll be honest, man, Hodgins feels like a really, really good 4th wide receiver. And the fact is I'm still assembling it, you know. I don't think the guys that I've been missing out on, so you can see Richie James right there, the guys I'm missing out on have been much better than Richie James. And there's a couple others that I like. I mean, we've been missing out on guys that are like, I don't know. But I appreciate your opinion, and I don't expect everybody to love my team. I love it. That's all that matters. let's see here. I feel like these wide receivers are awful right here. Does anybody, who do you guys like better, McKenzie, Slayton, or Woods? Yeah, Scott did okay at his combine. There was good moments and bad moments. He ran a little slower than I think everyone thought he could. He ran a really bad first 40, but then he had a pretty decent second 40. What do you guys think here on McKenzie, Slayton, or Robert Woods? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Jack, appreciate you. I'm winning the whole damn thing, says Ada. All right, I got Scott in the 19th round. McKenzie getting cut. If he does, he lands somewhere, though. And Slayton's got a sign. Like, he may not be in New York. Kind of like Robert Woods, even though Robert Woods, none of them are on a team, really, right? Robert Woods could probably go somewhere. Probably going to go Woods. Woods probably finds a home, So my team, my wide receivers so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more wide receivers. Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Mike Evans, Isaiah Hodgins, Richie James, Robert Woods. Those aren't bad. Those aren't bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Use the code Smitty or just click the link in the live chat. I will see you all later. I got to jump. Your boy's out. Your boy's been live for over 3 hours on this wonderful running back combine closing day. We got the bench press tomorrow for the RBs, so we will be talking about it at the 7 p.m. show. I don't know if we'll go live on the bench press, but we'll be live talking about it. But guess what? I'm not done. It's only 5:30 p.m. my time. I'm coming back for a Lamar Jackson live stream. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's 85 of you still in here. I'm coming back tonight for a Lamar Jackson live stream, so you better have your notifications on. And sometimes YouTube doesn't send them out again. If I go live multiple times, they try and throttle notifications sometimes. I don't know why, but they do it, even though you request to get every one of them. So make sure you're also following me on Instagram and you have your notifications on. Because every time I go live, I put an IG story post up. So if you go to my Instagram and you select, I believe you're going to select, there's going to be like a notification button. And if you click notifications or there's like a bell or something, you're going to be able to, let me see here. Let me get the facts here before I start running my mouth. So if you were to go to Instagram and you go to, let me just go to anybody's profile here. Yeah, there's going to be a follow button. And no. Oh, yeah. At the top. So like I went to the suns.com website as an example. At the top, you see that bell? If you click that bell at the top, it's going to have a notification pop up that say, do you want to be notified on stories, reels, videos, live videos, posts? Obviously, you're going to want the lives and the stories, at least at a minimum, enabled. So you go to my profile and click the bell. I'm just showing you on the Suns profile, and you click that, and then you enable all those, or at least the live streams and the stories, because I go on Instagram and put a story post up saying I'm going live right now. So if you're all like, hey, I missed the notification, Smitty, you can double down on it like that. So go do it now. Do it live. Appreciate you all. Get breezed. Have a fun rest of your day until I go live later on Lamar Jackson.
Get breezed.
See you all in a little bit on Lamar Jackson. Doing the live stream very, very soon.